Feel a little better. I think this position is good. Let me see if everything is okay. Let me give a look at the live control room. It's kinda slow. I think maybe my internet is not too good. Is not too good today, but outside of that, I think everything is okay. One more react streams. I'm gonna be recording. I think my model is better. The problem, I was with a problem with my VC face out of nowhere. I think the last stream, the last react stream, it was kinda not working right. Oh shit, I'm sleepy. Okay, I have some videos here in the side that I saw other people reacting to them, so I separated them for me to do it too, and they are here on the side. I have one here already, one for Internet Historium, touch zone between area 50 and 52. Oh yeah, let me start the recording for the YouTube video. Hello YouTube. So the touch zone between area 50 and 52. The link is on the description. If you can open a new tab and let the video play muted while you watch mine, it would be nice to give the original creator his views and give him a like too. And if you like my video, please give a like, comment something and subscribe, please. Outside of that, I kinda remember this because there is some Brazilian YouTubes that at the time I don't think I spoke English. Yeah, I at the time I did not speak English yet, and I think I remember some Brazilian YouTubers making videos about this situation on the area 51. The people that they wanted to go there and see if there's aliens, and they kinda made it kinda like a festival, something like of these things. And there was something about Naruto running that that people did events at the time. I don't know if people still do these types of events of Naruto running. I never saw one of these times. But I remember that people made these events of a bunch of people Naruto running in the streets, and there was a bunch of memes. It was kind of fun, a fun time. Okay, let me do this and okay. Let me put. I think 50% is okay. Let me put something on my back here really fast. Nice. It's better now. Okay. Now it's better. Now let's start. This video meets the criteria to legal fair use, and those of YouTube guidelines. No citation or example media herein constitutes infringement under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Okay. The following is not really loud that.
They exist. And
maybe
they're here and they've been walking among us for millions of years.
I almost was a alien. I thought before being a monkey, a Sarugami, a yokai, a Japanese yokai, a Sarugami. If you if you curious about it. uh, Before being a monkey, I almost was an alien. I kinda made a purple alien in the green one, but I decided to be a monkey because I can do that when I want and go crazy. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Just look up at the night sky. Each one of those lights is probably an alien. Shoot at them, and the police show up. Coincidence? Break into the
I
CIA,
think not.
just looking for clues. They put you on a no-fly list. Coincidence? There are no coincidences, only truth bombs, and the government is holding the fuse. Locked up
But-
tight, only truth bombs, and the government is holding
Barack trufa, bro.
the fuse. Locked
Ô
up
bomba.
tight in Area 51.
Area 51. I remember that I saw that I thought they would made because they made an event out of it. So I thought that they would be every year, you know. I thought every year they would try to make an event like that, but it was a one-time thing.
And so our story begins with one
At least I did not saw anything more after this year. So
Joseph explains. On June 21st of the solar year 2019,
Bob Lazar, you
Joe
gotta
spoke
become
to
wrong.
a whistleblower,
oh well.
Bob Lazard. Now, Bob claims to have worked at the Area 51. And so, Joe summoned him to his...
He does the thing in a trailer? Or just the video that showed that?
deprivation satellite, where he could ask him probing questions about that government facility.
Machine that was able to read the size of your dicks.
Yeah. Huge.
View for yourself this incredible testimony.
What the heck?
before the
This vision of deep state.
UN
Nah,
takes it
okay.
You used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird?
Well, the way this went down was I only got hands-on with one of them, and I was fucking an alien. It produced
Ooh.
a little discharge from the bottom.
Avatar.
It was exciting.
The traitor.
light.
Humanity traitor.
It's on, and all these guys are there. So
What in the fuck is this?
we have, actual hardware from another civilization. It's a big...
What the fuck?
Live in a house? That's bullshit. I like just swinging around on trees.
I love to swing around in trees.
Are the sex organs of the machine world.
What the
But
fuck?
For people who don't know, let's give them the bullet points. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
I don't know
seem to
how
have any
much is that. This guy should use centimeters and meters like normal. Why fucking use inches, man? Every time I have to look up in the internet the translation from inches to centimeters because I have no idea.
muscle,
You know,
almost like a frame. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
well, the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh my God.
Hey, Bob, it's probably a good idea if you shut up.
What
I
the
worked
fuck is
underground
this?
with the aliens. They shot my hand off.
That's a-
They're underground. There's bases. They're shooting lasers through the Earth's crust, and they move them at light speed.
You big fucking
What? I'm not even doing anything.
drop dead
Hey, why don't you
the
come on out to
fuck?
the Nevada desert?
deal.
Get the fuck out. All right. That's it,
This is
folks.
it.
Good night.
What the fuck was that?
These revelations were sent out all over the globe using beams.
Absolutely
And
free.
it started an incredible
Aliens.
inseminating the people's
We have a story of aliens here. Is the let me see if I remember the name. There is a city that people said that they dropped the alien here, and the military closed the city, and then they studied or still study the alien. Virginia. Virginia is Virginia the name. I think if you put on Google, you can find it. Virginia alien. There is one. I think that's the only alien story that I can remember right now. Yeah.
brains with knowledge.
And there is Acre aqui, here in the side. It's a small state that people say that you still have dinosaurs and aliens, and it's kind of a meme, you know, because it's in the corner most of the country, and is in the middle of the Amazon forest. So people say there is dinosaurs and the aliens and all that shit.
Killed JFK.
Flooring them with the revelation of it all.
Oh man, all his
And
food.
soon they were bursting with righteous curiosity.
Bigfoot is a human-animal hybrid.
Alright, here's the Google searches
Holy
for Area
shit.
51. That big spike there, that's when Joe Rogan put out his podcast. You get the idea. And you see, it reached the right man at just the right time. A 21-year-old named Matthew Roberts.
Let's go.
He had heard about aliens and Area 51 before, and he believed. He wanted to see them. Real bad. But
Oh,
what
my
could
mouse.
he do? He wanted to see them. Real bad.
Yes, it's my mouse, the same mouse, I think. Oh, very, very. There is 3 buttons here, I think. If it's the same, no, it's not the same. It looks like the same, but it's not.
But what could he do? How could he possibly get into Area 51 to check him out?
Naruto running.
Thing.
Scenario 1. If I ran into Area 51, I would be shot and killed. Scenario 2. If me and all of my friends ran in, we'd
Someone-
both be killed. But scenario
It's a bunch
3,
of people.
if there were so many of us, thousands,
Someone's
so
gonna
much
make
fodder
it.
that they eventually ran out of bullets, then someone surely is gonna get
What
through
the fuck?
and touch the government
300 IQ idea.
in its special area. My God. Within minutes, he was drafting a Facebook post. They can't stop all of us.
Willing to die for the government. Let's do this.
Let's
On
fucking
September
go.
20th, 2019, we'll all meet up at the Area 51
Bro, it's
Alien
Facebook?
Central tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run,
Is this
we
Facebook?
can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. This event then goes into the ether. And from here,
Bro, it's a
it was up
Facebook
to the Facebook
thing.
algorithm gods to decide what would happen next.
Estão Area 51, they can stop
There's a
all
lot
of
here
it.
to
I
be
remember there is
excited.
a bunch of Brazilian YouTubers that made video about it, talking about the situation. It was kind of funny.
I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
People from
This
all
motherfucker-
across
I think this could be very
Why he
positive.
looks so strange all the time? That's why people always say that he's a reptile or something like this. Because look at him. I don't know. There is something wrong. It's like he's not human.
For our society and economy.
People from all across the flat world were receiving the invite, and they began pressing
Estão Area 51.
attended
Attend, maybe, attend, not attend. 2019. What's the time? What's the time? What the fuck is this edit?
Within just a couple of days, the event had picked up hundreds of thousands of attendees.
It's go
People loved the
viral.
idea so
That
much,
even here on Brazil, where there was people talking about it,
they began making memes about how they were going to raid the base. So many I could really
that
pay
was the best part of the memes.
a fraction of them, rapid firing them out like the bullets that would soon be gunning them down. And so the event spread, and spread around the internet, eventually morphing into
Everyone who is
Yes,
is gonna raid Area
PewDiePie.
51.
young people from all over the
Oh,
globe.
the
are joining
events
up
of
to fight
Naruto
for the
running.
future.
We had someone here. I think it was in São Paulo. I think we have this event here in São Paulo, if I'm not wrong.
A runner.
Null pointer. Runner.
Stevens, agent.
Runner.
Freeman, 713. I am a sentinel.
Everyone's doing their part. Are you?
Just bros having fun.
We have the weapon.
Time to put his gun down!
We need you all. And just like that, the game was on. Ad time. Here's the new campaign.
His
You're
ads
gonna love it.
are nice.
To be or not to be.
Plans disappear. Dreams
Brad
take
Pitt.
over.
I live. I laugh.
I know.
Nod on every device like a blank canvas. I can be here and anywhere.
Jam a man.
Is it?
Will you
What the
break
fuck?
these chains?
Is it any good? Not the
Where I go.
VPN.
There you
I
are.
should
NordVPN.com/.
have a VPN, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure.
No thanks. Look, I just
Yeah. There's just an idea. I know what you want. You want the female audience, and I know.
Ooh.
Tomorrow to you, my ladies. Have you heard about NordVPN?
Very
You
girly.
should get access to the international Netflix catalog. Never miss another episode of The Handsome Man Show. Oh, don't you hate it when your
Man
dishwasher
down.
gets region locked? No more. Oh, I feel so safe in NordVPN's big, strong arms, especially with their new product, Threat Protection. It protects me from malicious sites and downloads and trackers and intrusive ads. So think pink. Think NordVPN.com/Internet Historian.
Internet Studio.
Because the V in VPN stands
Oh.
for vagina.
I think we've had enough.
Fine. All right, I'll do the ads you like. Get Nord. You could use some threat protection.
Another ad.
Take your online safety more seriously. Have you heard about their amazing prices? NordVPN.com/Internet Historian. Tell them who sent ya. Ad over.
Okay, let's come back to who is Area 51.
Welcome to the mission brief. Let's do a bit of background on Area 51. Secret military base, first developed in 1955. This is what it looks like on Google Maps.
1955.
It's
Okay.
approximately this big. Total area size, 51.
What they do
And the
there?
volume, a big mystery. Until 1997, the government refused even
San Francisco CNN to the US government it does not exist to the outside world. It's known as Area 51.
acknowledge that it existed. That is, until
Why?
they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was
Lawsuit?
about the
You can make a lawsuit to force a military power or the government to say a secret location. And why would someone put a lawsuit? Here it is. Let me read. After Kafka died of cancer, his widow filed a suit. As did the widow of another sheet metal worker, Robert Frosty, who died. Oh, that is sad. In 1990 of liver disease with exposure to smoke-containing chemicals. So because of the workers that there was inside the Area 51, they could make a lawsuit. Okay, I
That is,
understand
until
now.
they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was about the death of two men who were
Bro.
former employees. And how did they die?
Toxic
Not
gases.
aliens, but rather toxic fumes from burning garbage.
Bro.
Yeah, so what they would do is burn a whole bunch of cool, high-tech refuse on the lot, let the deadly smoke blow downwind, and the staff was stuck breathing it in. A few years later, bing bing bong, cancer. Other than that, the public hasn't really been told anything. So all people can do is speculate as to what the hell is going on in there.
I think that they are keeping remnants of a UFO there.
We don't know if it's aliens. We don't know if
It
it's time
was a
travel. We don't know
horror
if there's
event.
minions in there.
Virtual reality that seems so incredibly sexy.
But what
What?
has been leaked is
Reality
is it?
that seems so incredibly sexy.
Bro,
But-
why are you talking like that with that face? The way that he's trying to seduce you. What the fuck?
what has
Look
been
at the
leaked.
Virtual
his
reality
eyes.
that seems so incredibly sexy.
So incredibly
But what has been
sexy. What
leaked
the
is that
fuck?
they do test flights on new alien craft.
Don't you tease me.
Woman
produce
space
new
drivers.
tech, breed the latest version of the newest, gayest frog, Do not get it confused with Roswell. That's over here.
Area
Area
51.
51's over here. And the final thing that we know is that security is top over here. And the final thing that we know is that security is top notch. They have that thing locked down.
Okay.
So,
Let's
you
go.
want to break
How
in
they gonna
anyway.
break in?
Okay, but it's going to require some research.
Naruto
And first thing
running.
to find out, has anyone ever tried breaking in before?
Pablo has some crazy
Yes,
motherfuckers.
several times. In fact, in January of 2019, an unnamed man broke through security barriers and drove 8 miles into the base. He got out of his car with a metal cylinder in his hands, and the military opened fire.
What the?
He was shot dead at the scene. And there was this time when a
Sup now? How are you doing, man?
film crew
Just to
from
film
the
some reacts.
BBC was arrested for trying to get in.
This is BBC News.
This time when a vacationing family of 4 went off track.
Our family.
You get the idea.
How
They're not
did they
messing
got
around.
lost like that?
I'm not going to tell you again.
But there's one story to top them all. And we'll disguise his identity, but he is my personal hero.
Let's
The
see what
month
he
is
did do.
November. The location, Las Vegas. And the protagonist, a professional limo driver.
Okay.
Now, he's more than a
A
little
driver?
unhinged. He decides to start harassing and sending death threats to a lawyer, whom we think was going to represent his defense for this incident. If you've ever seen this TikTok,
What the hell?
that's our boy doing donuts and driving backwards down the Las Vegas Strip.
What the fuck?
Anyway, fast forward 3 weeks. It's like 6 in the morning
And why
and
he
this
didn't
guy's
go in
already
the-
doing donuts at a car park near the
Area
airport.
51.
Then he decides to drive from the car park into the airport itself. Offense? No problem. He drives right through it and onto the runway.
What
He's
the
just
fuck?
driving around, whizzing between planes, almost crashing several times,
And he's
before
good.
eventually parking on a
Motherfucker's
ramp.
good.
At this point, he jumps out, puts on a clown mask,
What
and
the
soars
fuck?
right up to a private jet.
So fucking
He announces,
random.
aggressively, to the flight staff that there is a bomb in
Atlantic
his
Aviation
limo.
employees.
Quote, I have a fucking bomb. I'm going to blow this place up. His plan? To commandeer this private jet and take it to Area
Bro,
51.
and how
However, as sound as this
how did he plan to
plan was, the quick response by police meant
by
that it
what
wasn't
he did
really
you
working
can see
out.
that he's not
So, he bails back to
mentally
his limo,
well.
tries to make an escape, until eventually police catch up with him. At that point, he is quickly arrested. They take him in for questioning, and he starts telling them, that's right, I did it to see the aliens.
the
He also told them to refer to him as the Chosen One.
Okay.
And, by the way, I have high security clearance. Also, I'm involved with the mob. And someone owes me millions of dollars.
He was
Later
having
on,
probably
the
a
bomb
schizo
shooter
attack or
checks out the
something like
limo
that.
and
That's
determines that it's just a fire extinguisher with a bunch of wires and duct tape and some fairy lights. Now, at some point, he gets out, presumably on bail, and CNN reporters walk up to him and start asking him questions.
What the
No
fuck?
statements from me, he says.
I want
But you should
this
talk
jacket.
to my lawyer. And then he
This cotton
proceeds to
jacket.
hand them the business card of the lawyer that he's been sending death threats to for the last 3 weeks. Amazing.
Bro just
After all that,
did not
the
care
judge
about
ordered
anything
him
anymore.
sent to a mental hospital
Yeah, makes
for
sense.
assessment.
It's the place that he needs to be. Only if he could put his how can I say it? Because what he did was kind of what's the word? Wondrous? No, impressionant. I don't remember. What he did was something that if he put his schizo powers to something productive would be nice, would not? But sadly, he wanted it to see aliens, so
Or so they say.
Ooh, how convenient.
Okay, so people have really died trying to do this. That means we're going to have to be a little more covert.
Okay.
So over at Area 51,
So they made
the
that
military
festival,
can see that
I
Facebook
think, if
numbers
I remember
have
right.
reached 1 million. And it doesn't take a genius to calculate that even if just 1% of them show up, that's... Wait a minute. Run those numbers. this many people. In a crowd that big, there's bound to be at least a few who'll do something
Yeah,
stupid.
some crazy
In
bastard.
fact, the military took it so seriously
Naruto
that they
running.
even went over the nuances of Naruto running. This is a real slide, by the way, and it required a
What the
real
fuck?
demonstration, of course. Now, some undercover operative then took a photo
Nah.
of that brief, and they uploaded it to Reddit.
They intend to use our tactics against us.
Alright, so if the military
aye.
decides to do this, things could go pretty badly for
Naruto
Matthew.
running.
So Matthew goes back to his mind
Tu
maps.
passa militar.
Thing.
Let's not keep saying it's a raid. Instead, let's do a music festival. This would give Matthew an alibi and throw authorities
Just
off
a
the scent.
party.
I'm willing to music festival. For the government, let's do this.
Alright, Reddit, here it is. Alien,
Alien
Stock,
Stock.
2019. The official EDM party.
I remember at the
posted-
time that some I thought that they would do something every year, but they
by
just
Matthew
did that
Roberts,
that
set
year.
to take place in Rachel, Nevada, a town that just so happens to neighbor Area 51. It
Okay.
has
Bro.
50
1, 2, 3. Very small. 50
total
residents
residents and practically no infrastructure.
and
Perfect.
10,000
Yeah,
people
nice try,
going to the
fellas,
city.
said the
What
military.
the fuck?
And the captains and the generals all started planning their own EDM party with the deep state. 3 groups in particular. Introducing Group E.
Local state police.
E, local state police. Police have their work cut out
Police.
for them because,
Police.
owing to this party, they think
Not
there could be
police,
upwards of
police.
50,000 people descending upon the little town
What
of
the
Rachel.
fuck?
Lincoln County commissioners trying to tackle
He's not happy. What the
of
fuck?
Rachel.
These youngsters trying to
Lincoln
see
County-
aliens. Naruto running. What the fuck is this shit?
commissioners trying to tackle the tough task of
Ooh,
preparing
that's a nice mustache. Let me see again.
Lincoln County commissioners trying to tackle
And a cowboy hat.
the tough
Nice.
task of preparing for a potential inundation of people. And Sheriff Kerry Lee has less than 30 deputies.
The county declares a state of emergency, and they allocate an extra $250,000 worth of enforcement for the weekend of the
we
raid,
really
as well
did
as an
it,
extra
because-
300 police officers and paramedics.
That many
Bro.
people are going to stress the community to the point
Of course,
that
50%. There's no
it
way.
just we can't cope with
That's
it.
why they did it just on that 1 year, and they did not do it anymore. Okay. Holy shit.
This is some of the most exciting stuff
This
that I've
motherfucker
ever
again.
gotten to.
Why he does not look human? Look at this thing here. He changed his hair these days. He's kind of different. But I understand why people say that he's a reptile. Look at him. My monkey instincts, like I look at him and I get to. He's a threat.
Hold on, Mark. Group D, the defense.
I'm going to take out my gun and shoot somebody.
So the FBI agents that showed up, they showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted my mom, and she was like,
the
so she
fuck?
texted me, she's like, FBI's here, answer your phone. So, because I was kind of scared at this point, but
This
Yeah.
report from the Nevada
If they
Department
think
of
you're
Public
gonna
Safety
try
was
to
released last year,
storm
and it
a
features some
military
very
area.
interesting details. For example, they caught a group of YouTubers trying to plant a tracker
Bro.
on the bus that goes to and from the base.
We're going to pull an epic prank.
What
Highly
idea?
illegal. And you may not be that surprised to hear that the military isn't actually that worried about people breaking into the base. Turns out, they have automated weapons.
Ooh.
Not automatic weapons. Automated, whatever that is. No, instead, they think there's potential that real terrorists
Mass
will,
casualties,
you know,
terrorism.
do thing or a
That's
thing.
infiltrating the groups, planning to storm the facility. Yeah, because the amount of people would be big, and then if someone with bad intentions tried to go together, they could make a mess of things. As nice as the memes are.
So, counterterrorism was given a budget to sweep for chemical, biological, radiological,
What the
and
fuck?
explosive material. Although, nothing was found. And there's just one last group getting involved
The
as
media.
well. The corporate press. Disinformation agents in the mainstream media were getting involved. They immediately started warning people not to raid.
Use of lethal force authorized.
Spouting contempt for the stormers.
What started as a joke Facebook event quickly turned into a phenomenon reaching
Well, it
millions.
began as a joke,
but now it's turned into something much more serious.
Astroturfing campaigns by late-night haha men number 1 through 7.
Practically having the same text.
Tasers. Laugh it all up.
FBI
It's just a
visits.
big joke.
Who say they're interested just keeps growing. Faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
And they weren't afraid to give some of the biggest, brainest takes you've
They
ever
say the same
heard.
thing.
It's not clear the 1.1 million Facebook followers who said they are going to storm Area 51 are real and not Russian bots.
What the fuck?
You're a goddamn genius.
Fine.
What
We'll
the
make you
fuck?
take us seriously. Let the training
Naruto runners. Kyles.
And speaking of that,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's time for my workout.
And so the raiders began training.
We train for Area 51.
Let's go,
So
let's go.
Damage.
I remember, man, the memes were the best thing about the situation. At the time I still did not speak English, so I saw only the Portuguese memes side of the thing.
Pushing their will.
The Brazilian side of the thing.
Pushing their spirits. Pushing their minds. Pushing their friends and families' patience to the limit.
Bro is ready.
In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
Ooh. The metaverse. There is some time that I don't see anything about it.
As
It's
we
probably
zero in
failed,
on the day
or
of
it's
the
still
raid,
going? I
the
don't
count
know.
is up to 2 million attendees, and that puts us on par with the world's largest standing army. So to coordinate all of these troops, we'll need a battle strategy.
Lay it on us.
From r/memes, intel was being filtered down to the troops. Groups such as the Minecraft YouTubers, the Normies, the Weebs, Facebook moms.
Oh, Melopan! Melopan, my...
Weebs.
Bro, Melopan, he's one of the best. Inspiration. Otaku inspiration.
Facebook moms, the Tiles, the Chads, the Crackheads,
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Florida Man, the Australians, the gay Reddit mods.
Okay, this thread is locked.
And the North Korean defectors.
North
They
Korea.
all had their role to play. So, Godzilla comes in from the east while the Australians make a distraction that allows the minion cosplayers to breach from the south. Of course, these
What the
very
fuck are
serious
these
strategies
plans?
would have to be disguised as memes so that they could be spread across YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok without the threat of being... Although, not everyone was as tech-savvy. Authorities managed to nab one of the main cartographers, and they pressured him into an interview on the television.
It took me a total of 5 minutes to put this image together. It was sort of like a battle strategy almost.
That was it.
This image together. It was
Kyles with Monster Energy buff. Plus 10 Berserk, Huck Throwers, Naruto Runners. Ooh. So the Huck Throwers and the Kyles go together, and Naruto Runners flank the place. A nice plan. They're gonna run in the water.
sort of like a battle strategy almost.
It was completely rooted in satire.
That was just completely rooted in satire.
And no one should raid, this is just completely a joke.
And completely just a
Yeah,
joke.
only the
Mission count on
most
sheeple can-
skills would try to really enter that.
Fleet, you can take him out. Okay, so remember how we're not raiding anymore and it's just a music festival?
Yeah, I
wink,
remember
wink,
that.
wink, wink. Well, bad news.
Okay, so it sounds like you maybe are looking at
50%
changing venues.
city.
Possibly.
Gonna be
It's all
difficult
up
to
in the air.
do.
We're putting Maddie on the spot here.
There's a lot of challenges, so.
But it's 2 weeks away, so he's kind of got to like figure it out, I guess, somewhat soon, right?
Yeah, it's all
2
kind of
weeks
falling
to make
apart.
a festival is kinda... probably not gonna be one of the best festivals because of that.
Matthew had organized Alien Stock with a few other people, but his main business partner was Connie West.
I didn't plan it. It planned me.
Ooh, it planned
But
me.
Matthew is the headline. His name is attached to everything. And he's starting to get worried about a fire festival type situation.
I don't know what the fire festival is.
Firefest 2.0.
He wanted to make sure there's plenty of
Probably a
water,
festival that
food, security,
probably a festival that did not work.
insurance, etc., etc. And here, deals and communications start to break down. Eventually, there's a lawsuit, and it's kind of boring.
Things that they were supposed to pay for, I'm stuck paying for.
What the hell?
Skip it. But the TLDR is that they had a disagreement.
Bro.
Connie said,
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
and Matthew said, Matthew then took $70,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared Alien Stock and Rachel cancelled. But then, at the same time, Bud Light walks in.
Bud Light?
We're saved.
They say, hey, why not do it here? In the Vegas. It has plenty of lighting, indoor plumbing.
It's
it has everything.
Nabby.
Matthew said yes. And then using the website for Alien Stock, he told everyone to not go to Rachel and instead to go
Las
to
Vegas.
Vegas.
But then it's not Area 51 anymore.
Welcome to Alien Stock
I
Las
guess.
Vegas, sponsored by Bud Light.
It's just the name. That was just the name. I remember that there was people that got to the Area 51. I remember seeing some videos at the time.
And also Pornhub, but it's a long story. Connie was left to pick up the pieces.
They just
However,
stayed
she would not
in the
be
front of the
discouraged
place.
so easily.
if I remember
She decided to
correctly.
press on.
It's going to be a great party. No matter what, it's going to be a great party.
I didn't insert the cricket noise. That's just real noise.
She had to take full control of the event in Rachel, dipping into her savings
Bro,
and even mortgaging
what the
her
heck?
home.
I'm working out of my own pocket.
I think this is a liability.
She was just living her life and out of nowhere. Bro.
So is it clear what's going on? It's worth doing
Not
a
good,
very
not
fast
good.
recap because there's an event in Rachel that's been declared cancelled but also not cancelled. Also, I forgot to mention there's an event
Alien
in
Stock?
Pico that isn't
Pico.
cancelled but
Another-
it will be on the second
another
day.
event?
There's also that third festival in Las Vegas, which has the former promoter of the first one and they both share the same damn name. And
bro.
none of this has anything to do with the actual raid on Area 51,
Yeah,
which is
it's
here,
another
which
thing-
has several gated entrances by
A
the way, and
whole
none
another
of them
thing.
have been declared the official gathering point. Confused? Yeah, pretty much everyone was. It's a goddamn mess. People, rightfully, put the whole thing in the two halves
Yeah. Because it would divide everyone.
basket, and instead of going to one in the middle of nowhere, just went to the one in Vegas.
Rachel Ricky
Let's
Vegas
fast
Area
forward
51 raid.
to the weekend of the raid. For better or worse, Rachel is about to open its doors to
Alien
the
Stock.
millennials.
Hell yeah! Alien Stock!
Encore now has come to an abrupt halt. Don't let the aliens get you, kid.
It seems like there is not too much people.
I don't.
But I don't know.
Run! Get out of here!
Oh, you know, I want to hear about the alien liberal agenda. They could have some good talking points. We don't know. To protect my mind from interference.
We have a wanderer.
Don't let me leave, Merv!
It could be anything stock, but it's alien stock.
How do you see walking with that shirt up over your head like that?
I know. And the first ones are supposed to be always, you know,
It seems hot.
Paranormal lawyer, PhD level field investigator.
Stuff in downtown Las Vegas.
Alien Stock.
Did they change the name, or is it still alien stock?
I think I'm on my highest high I've ever been in my life. Look at it.
And we are taking a look kind of the area here. You've done a lot of work in a very short
Jeez.
period of
Guys.
time.
The security's here. The
Better than
medic's here,
nothing.
The food is here. The people are here. And most importantly,
Cute.
toilets are here.
Most importantly, toilets are
pretty
here.
good.
I just went through a breakup, guys.
Well, it wasn't quite the event that they had hoped for.
There
But
was
they did do a commendable
very
job
little
of
people, I guess,
acting
but
retarded for the news.
it was funny.
You think of yourself as a hero?
I do.
Here for scientific reasons.
This is like the most millennial thing that's ever happened.
Gonna receive.
But don't let's forget,
Scientific
Hiko,
research.
or Hiko. No one knows how to pronounce it. This
The
event was being
Alien
hosted by
Girls.
George Harris of the Alien Research Center.
The owner of the center is Las
Alien
Vegas
Research.
businessman
Oh,
George.
By George Harris of the Alien Research Center.
The owner
Research.
of the center is Las Vegas
Research.
businessman
Research.
George Harris, creator of Alien Tequila.
If you want to have fun,
Alien Tequila.
if you want to have a great look, it's a great day.
Base camp was equipped with a vendor village of 10 food trucks, a gift shop, and 3-time Grammy Award winner Paul Oakenfold.
What the heck?
For some reason.
I don't know who it is.
people coming.
Well, right now things are kind of slow at the Hiko event here, so that's kind of a disappointment.
Now, Hiko Base Camp was expecting somewhere between 1,000 and 20,000
And
attendees.
how much people
It's
did
quite a
go?
range.
Maybe 50 people here. Clapping
Bro.
some alien cheeks.
Yeah, but no cheeks are clapped
Where's
at
the
all.
cheeks?
None.
This is like the first of a big thing.
But
Yeah, it was not.
in fact, it seems as though the majority of the attendees were actually the press.
One lady believed that her parents is actually alien.
So, after the first night, they decided to cut their losses and cancelled the whole event.
You know, the producers of the show, it's very,
Yeah,
very, very
just
expensive.
50%.
And it just didn't make
50%
sense.
not. Just
Because
50 people,
basically
not
all
enough.
of the attendees were stolen by...
Everyone did go to Vegas. Makes sense. It's the area that has the city. It's the area that you can stay in a hotel. You can have the commodities that you have in our city, and it's not in the middle of the desert, and you have to have your sweet ass in the hot sun with trying to... Of course they're gonna go to Las Vegas, but the most fun was the funny memes, at least there was on the other one, I guess, on the people that were in the front of the Area 51.
We're gonna go out to Rachel, and then we decided that we didn't want to get stuck in the desert. As much as I like Mad Max, I don't want to live it.
The Las Vegas Alien Star, sponsored by Bud Light, was a smash hit. They've got carnival rides, photo ops, video games.
At
and
least
even
the
a
people
pool.
having fun.
No running.
Had
Who could
fun,
have
I
predicted
guess.
this? You make a post at 2 a.m. on a page that has 62 likes, and now you have thousands of people that are ready to come out to your show. It's absolutely amazing.
Back at Military HQ in Anne Arundel, operations were ramping up. They're adding more guards, upping the security, and enforcing a no-fly zone across the county. They were even infiltrating raider groups.
You could be standing next to an officer and not even know it. There's a
spice
undercover presence here.
And they were giving stern warnings from the PR team. They posted this tweet. The last thing millennials will see if they attempt to raid Area 51 today.
Sorry to disappoint you, Yuki. You triggered my trap card.
Millennials immediately seized upon the tweet, doing what they do best
Oh,
by
yeah,
pretending
it
to be
was-
offended, successfully having the tweet taken.
It was taken out because it was in 2019. If it was today, would it be took down? Maybe not. I think not. I don't know.
down and forcing a public apology.
I'm retarded.
Alright, this video is getting very long. Let's hurry up to the main event.
Ooh, let's go.
The raid.
The raid. That's the funniest part.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's see. Bro. Naruto soundtrack.
いかがなされたさあどうする私が入って門を開けます
Ai, ai, ai.
敵は何千人もいます今奴らをメイドへ送ってやれ
Let's go, boys.
腕に覚えのものあらば言えてよここが橋を渡ってくるバカ野郎よっ
Ooh. What the fuck? How going according to plan? Woo! Anime Girl Sniper. Arregal camuflagem, what the fuck? Minefield. Bro, all the work that he put on this.
Smoking these meats.
Almost there, almost there.
Bullets are here.
Oh, the limousine guy.
兵が足りません。我が子を見捨てるのは辛く、他の手立てがあります。それは誇りのない。
What it is? Alien technology. The gay frogs.
浜で死にました。もう。
It's kind of like an atomic bomb. When I hear this music, I just remember Naruto in the flashback again.
今一度己に問う侍よ、我に下るか。
There will be one guy alive.
人が焼ける匂いが。
ドゥルル
火山が。
Oh, maybe there is still someone. Oh.
手がいない。またして。
俺が死ぬとでも思ったか。根源が滅んだくらいで。
What it is? Monster. Of course.
世の摂理に反している。叔父上が受けた恥、すすぎに参った。
Now, where are the alien chicks? Alien room. Let's go, it's almost ending.
Thank you for saving
What
us.
the
We are so
Bro.
grateful and horny. And yes, we wish to be your big titty goth alien GFs.
The dream.
And you won't be a virgin Reddit browser anymore.
It wasn't quite like that, but it was pretty close to something like that. Although I guess you could say that only a small group showed up to the main gates
North
themselves.
Korean
Well,
flag.
2 million people.
Of over 2 million people, in total only about 200 actually went.
200.
It's not about the
Well, I
quantity,
mean,
it's the quality that counts.
yeah,
Outfit.
Legal outfit.
Now throw him over.
People mostly behave
200
themselves.
people.
I mean, I think it's awesome. You guys are
Plus-
following
plus
the laws, following
chill, I
directions,
guess.
so-
But they weren't about to leave without a consolation prize. Quick, get some of the Area 51 soil. Top secret rock. Top secret rock.
Where are they? You can have it. It's from Area 51.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also present at the raid were a few YouTubers.
So I came here to get myself an alien as a pet.
We're here to rescue the alien!
Haka Haka.
Get
Riley
myself
raid.
an alien as a pet.
We're here to rescue the alien!
Oh. I guess she wanted to film something with the alien.
It's like Halloween, but
I
we're
told
just
you.
annoying people.
Yeah.
Are you guys gamers? Playing games? No? You watch anime?
Yeah, so you got the rebellious youth, and then you got people trying to lure E.T. into a cave with Reese's Pieces and stuff. That's a pretty good summary of the crowd that you have out here this weekend.
But respect to the true heroes. Security. For keeping everyone... Ah, just kidding. It's the guys who got underneath this fence.
Ooh.
God bless them.
Oh no!
And this cameraman, whose foot raided the base.
Nice.
That's a foot I see!
And this random woman who decides to just...
What the fuck?
Start walking. Police, right there. No one's stopping her. Oh my god. She's gonna make it. She's going home.
Gonna be sniped.
She gets charged for trespassing and receives a $1,000 fine.
Okay.
But soon it was time to wrap
The
up.
storm is over.
Because everyone's mums were there to pick them up. And if they were late again, there would be big trouble.
Good night, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to sleep now.
Bro. Funny shit. I remember the videos at the time.
Psych, it's not over.
There's one more thing
Almost over.
that I want to tell you about today.
Because storming Area 51 would go on to inspire a plethora of other events. The storming of Loch Ness. That thing can't hide from all of us.
I don't remember seeing on any of this.
What did it look like?
It looks like a big stone.
Over 27,000 said they were going. Actual number?
2 or 3? 6?
Okay, fine. Storm the Bermuda Triangle, why not? It can't drown all of us. And potentially millions actually went. But the evidence would be lost, so how would you know?
I'm under the water. Please help me.
Or how about storm the Vatican? They can't
That
molest
one-
us all. Interesting twist on that one, though. Someone cancelled the event. But overall, everyone had a pretty good time.
Seems like a fun time.
Isn't that
I
what
guess.
Area 51 was really built for? It's something like that, you know what I mean? I haven't quite... Lamau, remember when I said that we were going to do shorter videos? And also... Lamau,
has anyone really been far? Even I decided to use him and go, what the fuck?
remember when I said that we were going to do shorter videos? And also more frequently?
It's
Looks like you
ending.
fell for it. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Fucking good
See
video,
you in the
man.
next one in 2 years.
I remember just seeing the
Or check out the
videos that some
Incognito
Brazilian
channel, that has
YouTubers
a lot
made
more
about the
upload.
situation.
Goodbye.
It's nice to know more about it. At the time I still didn't speak English, I guess. And there's a bunch of reacts. One react, another react, pause react. She's one of the girls that sometimes I look to see what to react to. Okay, I am recording. Let me end the recording. If you're watching the video, please give a like, comment something, maybe recommend, and subscribe. Okay, finished the recording. Let me put the name in the video. Wait, I'm also recording. It's kind of stuck. Ooh. Okay. Let me put the name. I'm gonna put area 51 internet historian video react. Okay, the first one of the day is made. Let me open here. I think I have the, oh yeah, another Monke video. I had it open out. I have the link here in the side just from when I wanted it to begin. Let me put this here and close the second one because Google Chrome is a hog. Memory hog. Okay, let me drink some water before starting the second video. Yes, drink some water and maybe get some coffee too. It was big. I need some energy. Let's go. I'm back. Ooh. Got some coffee. I drink some cola and tea. Cola and tea? I never drink the two together. I'm not too much of a tea drinker. Normally, just drink coffee. Okay, let's go to the next video. It's a ape video. Let's go. I like ape videos to see my brothers prospering. Hello YouTube. So the link to these videos is on the description. If you can open a new tab and let the video play muted while you watch mine, would be very nice to give the original creator his views and some like too. If you like my video, please give a like, comment something, subscribe, and maybe recommend some video, something of the type the ape that can't be contained. Our brother was stuck in a zoo and I guess he ran away, and here I am to see my brother prosper. Let's go.
Welcome to a behind-the-scenes VIP visit to the world's most famous zoo.
That's a voice.
The San Diego Zoo.
Is the world's most famous zoo? I did not know that. San Diego Zoo.
The San Diego Zoo, the world-famous wildlife haven
Tucano.
bursting with vibrant life. Nestled in the Balboa Park,
In English,
this
I guess.
sprawling 100-acre zoo is home to thousands of rare and endangered creatures from across the globe.
Nice.
Pulling in millions of visitors every year, each exhibit offers an up-close
Papagaios.
glimpse into the
I don't
wonders
know how you guys call them in English. I forgot.
of the animal kingdom. With its lush tropical landscapes and immersive habitats, the San
it's
Diego
parrots.
Zoo really is
Yeah,
a
it's parrots.
full-on adventure. Well, on the 13th of February 1971, San Diego Zoo welcomed a new addition, an orangutan.
Ooh, orangutan.
The son of the zoo
chillest. I think orangutans are probably the chillest type of ape that exists.
Maggie and
And
Bob.
one of the most intelligent too.
It was decided he would be named Ken Allen after the
Ken
two
Allen.
zookeepers that would go on to care for him in his early years, Ken Willingham and Ben Allen.
Nice.
And this ape's time at San Diego Zoo would go on to be nothing shy of remarkable. So, after his birth, young Ken Allen...
Oh shit! My thing fell. Wait, let me pause the recording. Holy shit, my thing hold my cell phone. It always falls. I don't know why. It's broken. Let me see if I can put it again. Okay, now it's better. I think it's not gonna fall. Let me see. First I have to change the angle. Okay, now it's good. I think, yeah, it's in a better position now. Now it's not gonna fall. Holy shit. Let me fix my direction, reset position. Okay, I'm back.
Didn't have the greatest start in life. It appeared that his mother was sadly failing to properly care for him, nearly accidentally smothering him.
What is
It
it?
appeared that his mother was sadly failing to properly care for him, nearly
Can I-
accidentally smothering him. So, the team at San Diego Zoo felt it was best for Ken's safety to separate from his mother and place him in his own cage. Well, as a young
Yeah, guys, some animals, when put in the cage, they start behaving in ways that you can't predict sometimes. That's a nice cake, I guess. It's a cake? I think it's a cake. I had made I think I remember that when I was making my model, I made one with green hair. kinda like this thing here. This kind of green. It's a little bit more to the head, I guess, but it was green. It was inspired by orangutan too.
Ken seemed
I think
to quickly acclimatise to his
it's my
enclosure
favorite
and
ape.
loved the company of his zookeepers and other humans alike. A very sociable, intelligent young ape.
Let's
and like
go.
all young, playful apes, Ken was quite the troublemaker. But it was at nightfall when Ken would really shoot into action.
Yeah.
One night, as the San Diego Zoo closed its doors and Ken's keepers were
Let's
heading
go,
home
brother.
after a long day's work, it seemed that Ken didn't particularly like the idea of being left confined to his small metal prison.
Fuck yeah.
While Ken had learned to unscrew the bolts of his cage to free himself, and once out, he'd just roam around his nursery.
Yeah,
So the next morning, a staff
just
arrived.
chilling.
There they found Ken playing with his toys as his cage sat dismantled behind him. Assuming there'd just been some sort of structural error with the cage framework, the zookeeper simply put it back together again, and as night drew in, they led Ken back into the newly assembled cage. Well,
And
Ken
he
had
did it
made
again?
note of this. So that,
You remember?
as their shift ended,
Oh.
and the zookeepers
Of course
left,
you
once
remember.
again, Ken started to unscrew the bolts of his cage, and simply messed about.
You are free, brother. I love to see it.
He loved the freedom, but this time was different. Ken had learned that the morning was when the zookeepers would start their shifts and return, and he
Yeah.
wasn't going to be caught out again. So after yet another night of freedom, as the sunlight slowly crept in through the window of his nursery, this time around, Ken climbed back into his cage and started re-securing the bolts as if nothing
And could
had
he do
happened.
it?
This way, when the keepers entered the nursery that morning, there they saw Ken sat well behaved
Nothing
in his cage as if
happened.
he'd been there the entire night. Well, Ken's master plan would go on for a few nights. He would unscrew the cage, play in the nursery, return to the cage, and then reassemble.
Didn't they have camera at the times? Well, maybe they did not look. If they have, you don't look every day, I guess.
Everything was going swimmingly, but there was one small
Something
thing that
happened.
Ken didn't account for. Eventually, the zookeeper started to notice that when they'd return in the morning, whilst Ken was sat content in his cage, his toys weren't in the places that the staff had left them the night before. So, with a hunch, that night, the keepers said their goodbyes to Ken and they pretended to leave. But rather than heading home, they sat quietly outside of Ken's nursery and waited. And after a while, as they expected, they started to hear noises. So they abruptly burst through the door, and there they saw Ken, cage dismantled, playing with his toys. So the jig was up.
Bro just wants to play with his toys, and they don't let him.
Ken was placed into a new, much sturdier cage, and that put a stop to his late-night antics once and for all. But trust me when I say, this was merely the beginning. When
Let's
it came
go.
to Ken Allen, things for San Diego Zoo would get far, far worse.
But first, add time. Okay, add to War Thunder. I never played. I don't think I will ever play.
Seventh part of the night. Right, Mick, I'm off, mate. I'll be back at 8 AM tomorrow. Who the monetized video are you? Listen, this is very important. We have to hurry. You are Dave, right? Yeah. Listen to me, Dave. I have a job for you. Oh, no, you don't, mate. I don't do jobs. I'm unemployed. Just listen to me, Dave. I've been sent by my higher-ups, and you've been recruited to perform ad reads from now on. Here, take this device. Now, this thing on your wrist allows you to time travel to any point in history. But your first mission is you must go throughout time and spread the word of War Thunder, the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and is now available on PC and consoles for free. Now go!
Ay, my eyes.
Hey, you, what you doing? We're building the pyramids of Giza, mate. Well, us and those lot over there. Mate, that sounds proper boring. Have a spin on this. War Thunder. You can take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes, armoured cars to fighter jets,
This ad is
and
kinda
main
long.
battle tanks of today. Well, my today, that is. You guys don't even know what a tank is yet. I think you find we do, mate. Those lot over there told us what they are.
This War Thunder
What
game
the
is amazing.
fuck?
The incredible detailed vehicles, the realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects place
2
you right in
minutes
the
of
middle of the
ads.
most powerful war
Let me
machine.
put
Yeah, let's
two
take
X.
everything off. We're running War Thunder from now on. The first competitor, Surges, the destroyer of men, and the second competitor, Dave, the destroyer of his own liver. I'm going to turn you to mush, and there's nothing you can say to stop me. I mean, if you've tried War Thunder, join a worldwide community of over 7 million players in an epic PvP match. Delve into the breathtaking experience that is War Thunder.
War
Beyond that,
Thunder.
find all the content to discover. There's simply no game better suited for fans of military history. Oh, fair enough. Next up, let's welcome John, Paul, Ringo, George, and Dave, the Beatles. So, chaps, what would you say is your favourite part of the music-making process? Well, I mean, it's definitely the creativity of it all for me.
Do they pay to each minute or just for the ad?
Historical markings and decorations for all types of vehicles, including community-created ones. This is one small step.
You can't make ads too big,
You can play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation,
I guess.
Use the link in the description or in the
But
comment to
what
sign
do I know? I never got to add.
We'll also receive a massive bonus pack on PC or console that includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator, the Eagle and Vela, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of a premium account. All available for a limited time only, so don't miss it. Now, if you don't want me, I'm off on a free pint. So, back to the video.
Let's go.
So skip forward a few years, and the zookeepers felt it was finally time
1985
to be shown off to the public. And he was placed into the Heart of the Zoo exhibit that had opened just 3 years prior. But when Ken first moved in, he wasted no time in turning his hand to mischief. When a film crew turned up to document the gorilla enclosure next door, Ken decided it'd be a good idea to hurl rocks. And then when he ran out of rocks, he used his own shit. And keepers would also report seeing Ken fashioning branches into DIY ladders that he would then thump into the ground with his own fist, climb up to the top, and then climb all the way back down. Now, it's important to note that Ken wasn't alone in this enclosure.
Bro, you're just exploring.
It was best that he had some company this time around.
Ooh.
So they placed him in an enclosure with a bunch of
girlfriend.
So there was a number of female orangutans, Ken, and one other male named Otis. Now, if you know the first thing about the animal kingdom, 2 males and a bunch of females doesn't usually end too well.
Yeah, they're gonna fight to see who's the boss.
Despises Otis. I'm talking cold-blooded hatred, resulting in numerous feuds.
No, man, we have to stick together. Apes strong together. But I understand. If there is girls.
Zookeeper's idea of giving Ken some company had seemingly backfired, so they cut their losses and moved Ken into his own enclosure. So there he was, alone once again. Now let's have a think, shall we? Last time Ken was alone, what did he do? That's right, baby. He started planning his next escape. So on the 13th of June, 1985, a 14-year-old Ken Allen managed to climb up the wall of his enclosure and got out. Now, what exactly did Ken do after his valiant escape? Well, he very confidently just strolled around the zoo amongst visitors, minding his own business, observing the other animals. Oh, look at the elephant. Wow,
bro,
look at that giraffe. He wasn't aggressive
run to
or
shoot.
agitated. In fact, Ken loved the attention. Well, this escapade went on until the zookeepers were made aware of Ken's escape. Now, they knew that if Ken was to attack anybody, they would be forced to put him down.
Yeah.
Because of his strength, because he is a wild animal, the potential is there to do harm, to hurt somebody badly.
So, slightly panicked, they hesitantly approached Ken, but he caused no trouble at all. And then they quickly led him back
Bro,
to
just
want
to walk around and relax.
Enjoying his day spent roaming the zoo, the same couldn't be said for the zoo staff. They were having a meltdown. They knew if news of Ken Allen's escape went public, they would have a PR disaster on their
People would
hands.
make a problem out of it.
They have no control.
Which makes sense because
there
with
was
his
an
strength,
orangutan walking
if
amongst
he
members
wanted
of the
to,
public,
if he wanted to hurt someone, he could make it happen. But Ken still, bro. He probably wanted to do. Probably.
Turned heads. So as the news broke, the staff at the San Diego Zoo prepared for the worst. But rather than the expected PR disaster, Ken Allen became somewhat of a local hero.
Ooh,
and
nice.
it actually worked in the zoo's favour. With
That's
everyone
what I
reading the
like
news
to
about
see.
it, people just had to see for themselves.
My
and the
monkey
zoo
brothers
attendance
thrive.
skyrocketed.
My ape
Well, despite the media
pals.
behind the scenes, San Diego Zoo were doing all they could to prevent another escape. Sure, the attention was great, but one instance of an escaped ape was enough for them. Zoo officials decided they needed to step up security of Ken's pen, so they installed a moat around the perimeter of his enclosure and installed a 250-foot wall. This was bound to stop Ken in his tracks, and thankfully, it worked. Crisis averted. The security measures successfully contained Ken Allen.
How is gonna do it?
Because on the 29th of July, 1985, Ken managed to escape again. He somehow made his way over the moat, and
What
just
the
like his
hell?
last escape, the 250-pound orangutan effortlessly scaled
I
his
don't know how
enclosure
much
with
is 250 pounds. How much is that in kilos? On kilogram?
And yet again, he did the same, just casually strolling around the zoo amongst visitors, even posing for selfies.
Ooh,
but this
nice.
time, there was one more thing Ken wanted to do on his day trip. So as the zookeepers were once again made aware of Ken's escape, they frantically ran out to the zoo for a second time to capture Ken. And there they found him, stood over an enclosure. But this time, he wasn't looking at the pretty elephants. There Ken was, picking up rocks and pelting them at none other than Otis,
Bro.
Ken's ex.
Bro really hated him. What the fuck? Come on, Ken. We have to stick together, brother.
Well, this second escape had only escalated the media hype around Ken. The already packed San Diego Zoo had more and more visitors each day, all eager to
Bro
see
really
Ken
hated him.
ape that could not be contained. But yet again, as for the staff at San Diego Zoo, whilst thankful for the increase in ticket sales, they simply could not let this happen again. 2 escapes was already far too many. Things were really getting silly now. Every effort the zoo
better to be careful.
Try and hold Ken's escapes was failing. They needed to really.
Because even if he don't want, he can by mistake hurt someone, and then the problem, the responsibility would be on the zookeepers and not on the animal, you know. So let me refresh this shot. Okay, refresh. What? Refresh. Anyway.
Step things up this time around. So for the time being, they moved Ken into an indoor pen that reportedly had a black and white television that featured just one channel. So as Ken sat and watched TV, the staff started to draft a plan to further beef up Ken's main enclosure and increase security, fortify the place properly. So as the staff gathered around and started pitching ideas, meanwhile, outside of zoo grounds, after the media had caught wind of the second escape, things had gotten bonkers. Ken Allen had become somewhat of an icon.
Nice.
T-shirts started popping up all over the place.
Free my bro.
Bumper stickers appearing on cars all over San Diego.
Free my brother.
A group of pensioners formed a Ken Allen fan club, aptly named the Orang Gang, complete with a monthly newsletter. And maybe the strangest outcome of Ken's fame, a San Diego-based psychiatrist named Dennis Gersten released a single, The Ballad of Ken Allen. Yeah, shit was getting weird.
Okay,
Everyone
Nella
started referring to Ken Allen as Harry Houdini.
Harry Houdini?
Fit him perfectly.
Who's that?
So
I don't know. Probably someone that run away from prisons.
Started their efforts to beef up Ken's main enclosure once and for all. So with the master plan finished, they started by surrounding the wall with a powerful electric fence. Then they hired a pair of professional rock climbers to try and scale the enclosure wall so staff could see.
You can't compare humans rocking climbers. You can't compare humans climbers with the fucking apes and monkeys climbers. It's a whole another level, bro. You can't compare. You can't get. Only if you return to monkey. Do you hear me? Return to monkey.
Count the foot and handholds and patch over them, making a chance of a route to the top virtually impossible.
Making the walls smoother, straight up and down,
Bro.
taking all the little bumps and ridges
How he's
out
gonna
of the wall.
run?
You could
He
possibly
probably
get a
gonna
handhold on.
He probably gonna run away again. It is still 10 minutes of video, so let's see how he do it.
Ken would only really ever attempt to escape when he was in an enclosure alone. And of course, when they attempted to put him in an enclosure with other orangutans, the only real issue was the fact that there was another male, Otis. So, zookeepers decided that the best course of action would be to introduce some female orangutans into the
now he got that
and no other males, in the hopes that the company might calm him down. So with the big security renovations finally complete, they decided it was time to free Ken from his indoor prison. He'd watched enough black and white TV, and they released him into the newly upgraded enclosure.
Let's go,
but
Ken.
that wasn't all the staff had up their sleeve. This
Ooh,
time,
nice.
they decided
I want
it was
one.
best that they
I want one of these.
See what he got up to. Learn his
Wooden
habits.
things.
See if he was acting
With
fishy.
orangutan.
But this is Ken Allen we're talking about. This is one.
I should make one model with green with orange hair.
Smart orangutan. He knew
Inspired by Ken Allen.
dressed in zoo uniform, he couldn't act out or pull any wise moves, as he knew they were watching. But this time, the staff were one step ahead of Ken. So to get round this, they would disguise themselves in normal, casual clothing, blue jeans, Hawaiian shirts, sunglasses, as if they were just regular old bystanders visiting the zoo. That way, they could watch Ken and he'd have no idea they were members of staff. a tactic that the zoo coined guerrilla tactics. Okay, 1 gold star for that one. San Diego Zoo. I'll give it to you. So how did it all go? Well, their plan worked. Ken didn't try to escape. So there Ken was, busy not escaping, relaxing, sitting around. Oh, he has a crowbar. It seemed that Ken had discovered the tool when it had been seemingly left behind by a construction worker. Not particularly wanting to approach a crowbar-wielding orangutan.
Yeah, better not to risk it.
Over helplessly. But to their relief, Ken threw it aside, landing at the feet of fellow orangutan, Vicky. Now, knowing she was far calmer than Ken, the keepers weren't too worried about her, until that is, they heard a large crunch, and Vicky had used the crowbar to try and pry open his. They heard a large crunch, and Vicky had used the crowbar to try and...
They just to let them have the crowbar? Didn't they try to take it away? Or maybe it's in the same day.
Pry open the glass of the enclosure window in an attempt to free herself and Ken. That's right, Ken had seemingly upped his intelligence level and was training other orangutans to aid him in his escapes.
Pretty clever, as if they learned from the master himself. There must be some kind of orangutan communication going on here.
Thankfully, for zoo staff, this time around,
that's a nice
they caught Ken and
mustache.
Vicky almost instantly before they made it out to the public, and then re-secured the window. So after making sure all the loose tools were secure and feeding the construction worker to the alligators, it seemed that Ken, for the most part, was behaving himself. They did catch him one time, managing to scale the wall, despite the rock climber's best efforts, but when he eventually reached the electric fence...
I said, you can't compare humans, hockey climbers, with the ape.
Got quite the zap, and quickly made his way back down. The San Diego Zoo had outdone themselves. Finally, all the work the staff had put in had seemingly worked to keep Ken Allen at bay. Ken started to settle down, and the media started to report he'd become somewhat of a family man, and it looked as if his escapes had finally been put to rest. But it seemed that Ken was simply buying his time, because
he had 2 years
later,
more in
the
him.
pump that fueled the moat around
2
Ken's
years
enclosure had
biding his
conveniently
time.
clogged, drying up the moat completely, and this allowed for a clear and easy path to the wall. Ken then sat patiently and waited for the moment that the power to the electric fence was shut off for maintenance. How he knew this is still a mystery.
How would he know?
Making a bolt for it, and once again,
maybe it was just chance that at the time that he saw his chance to run away again,
he'd come out of
they
retirement,
turned it off
and it was like he
electricity.
never stopped. Back to his old ways, he strolled around the zoo, taking photo after photo.
Did he go to Oats again?
They had seen Ken Allen, hairy Houdini, the ape that could not be contained. But this time around, when he saw the guards approaching in the distance, Ken wasn't as calm as he was during his other escapes. He made a bolt for the lion enclosure, dodging and weaving, making the most of his freedom, crowds cheering as he sprinted. He was really pushing the boat out this time. This was the furthest away Ken had ever been from his enclosure. Fearing that Ken was going to climb into the lion enclosure and be their next meal, staff were hot on his heels, and after 3 long hours, he was eventually cornered by gun-wielding zookeepers and led back to his enclosure. The zookeepers knew that the only reason the escape was possible was due to the moat drying up and the power shutting off, and once repaired, fortifications that had worked for 2 years would still be up to scratch. But while secure, what the keepers had underestimated once more was the fact that Ken had roommates. Things had been going great, but we all know how things go when you surround Ken with female orangutans. Ken isn't exactly the best influence on the ladies.
He's teaching them to run.
One day before the zoo opening time, Jane and Kumang had found a 5-foot long handled squeegee that a cleaner had accidentally left in the enclosure, and inspired by Ken, the two somehow used it to climb up the wall and hop out. Jane apparently wandered into an employee-only lounge area, finished off some of their sodas, and was found roaming around near the flamingos, where she had to be tranquilized and returned to her enclosure. And thankfully, Kumang willingly returned. But while she was the tamer ape this time around, it seems that Kumang wanted her own chapter in the adventure book. She managed to escape 2 additional times by shortening the electric fence wires with a twig. The first time, she was found sat playing in a garden bed where she was tranquilized. Then the second time, she was sat outside the monkey enclosure, and when approached by staff, she climbed on top of the bird sanctuary where she was tranquilized again. In fact, Kumang's mischief actually got the group put in solitary confinement once more, whilst the keepers made the wiring system more complex, upgraded the doors, and went around with an electromagnet to make sure there was nothing they could use to aid an escape.
Okay.
So even though Ken was in retirement, he was still seemingly costing the zoo money through his students. At this point, the zoo had reportedly spent a whopping $45,000 on security over the course of the escapes. As for Ken himself, as years passed, it seems that the escapes at San Diego Zoo really had finally come to an end this time. Ken was living a simple life in his enclosure, sat relaxing, eating, and flipping off children that walked by. Ken settled down for years to come. He had finally decided to behave himself.
Just settle down.
Put in his enclosure. He had truly given up on his old ways. Well, in the winter of 2000, the zookeepers noticed that Ken was acting out of the ordinary. He was moving erratically and seemed uncomfortable, so the staff sent him in for a visit with the zoo doctor. Ken was diagnosed with B-cell lymphoma, a form of blood cancer. Now, at first, doctors weren't too worried, as Ken was still young and fit, and would most likely be able to fight off the disease. But sadly, as time went on, Ken's condition deteriorated, and the cancer had become more aggressive. A cancer that was now terminal. So the zoo
will always be remembered.
Letting Ken suffer at the age of 29, on December 1st, 2000, Ken Allen was euthanized.
Options for chemotherapy were explored, but at this time, the therapy was mainly geared towards making Kenny as comfortable as possible.
His condition had worsened over the last several days. Ken brought great joy to the San Diego Zoo for over 29 years. The loss of this type of animal is a great loss to our organization.
Of course.
It's a sad day at the San Diego Zoo. At 11:05 today, Ken Allen was put down.
The Orangang published a 2-page spread
My
as a
boy
tribute to Ken and hosted a candlelit vigil for him, stating he would have done the same for us. To this day, a plaque sits in San Diego Zoo. In Ken
Allen, born in orangutan, was born and raised here at the San Diego Zoo. He became international famous in the mid-80s for escaping his closure. Let's fucking go, Kenny.
So there you go. The story of Ken Allen's numerous escapes from the San Diego Zoo. $45,000, t-shirts, bumper stickers, a fan club, a single, and a hell of a tale. I've made sure to link to the main sources that help to tell this story below, if you want to read into it some more. And shout out to Count Dankula, who covered this story a while back with a hilarious retelling in his Absolute Mad Lad series, which actually led me to make this video and get Ken's story out there to more people. He also mentions in that video, made 4 years ago
Holy shit.
that orangutans are indeed an endangered species.
Orangutans are very smart and very gentle-natured creatures, but the World Wildlife Fund has classed them.
They are probably if not the smartest, one of the smartest apes, and they are very chill. But not all the time. You know, a wild animal can act out sometimes, even if the nature is to be chill. They can be made uncomfortable by the situations and maybe do something. Have you ever seen that video of the guy getting his leg caught by orangutan?
As critically endangered.
And who would have guessed, 4 years later, nothing has changed. The steep decline in the number of orangutans in the wild means they are indeed still an endangered species, with an estimated total of around 50,000 to 65,000 remaining in the wild. 2,000 to 3,000 orangutans are killed every year. And if it continues at that rate, some experts predict that within 50 years, there will be no orangutans left in the wild. So I've made sure to include a few links below.
It's sad.
The Orangutan Project.
My brothers are dying all over the world.
That do great work in protecting the tropical habitats that many wild orangutans call home. And orangutan.com, which is an all-round great resource to see what you can do to help, as well as the numerous charities helping to save orangutans.
Everything is on the description.
I've made a personal donation myself, and if you have any spare money left around, why not go and give it to some of these charities?
When
I'd
I
like to
post
dedicate
it, I'll
this video to
probably
Ken Allen.
try to put on my...
Good on you, mate. And to all of you that have made it this far in the video, thank you ever so much. And of course, thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring the video and making it all possible. You can give it a try for free on PC, PlayStation or Xbox by using the link in the description or in the pinned comment. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will receive that big bonus pack mentioned earlier in the video, featuring premium vehicles and much more across all platforms. And it's all only available for a limited time only.
The link is on the description, guys.
Goodbye.
Okay. That was the video. Made it to our brother Ken Allen. Let's go. If you liked this video, please give a like, comment something, and subscribe. Bye bye. Okay, I ended the recording. Now let me put the name of the video. Let me rename the video to. Let me put the name of the original video. Be contained React. Okay, now it's saved. This Magellan made a 9 months ago. I think it's probably from her that I got this video. Maybe her or something, someone else. What the heck is this video? Okay, the apes that can't be contained. Let me open the next video.
Brought to you.
Ooh. I got it. And close this one. Let me just look here how is this the thing. Okay, everything is okay. The next one, video games. Ooh, video games. From incognito mode. Let me start the recording. Hello. The link to the video is on the description. If you can open a new tab and let it play muted while you watch mine, so you can give the original creator his views and maybe give a like to the video too, would be very nice. If you like my video, please give a like, comment something, subscribe, you know, the things that you normally do. And maybe recommend something, I don't know. Video games, let's go see what this one is about.
Brought to you by Ground News. Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Let's go.
What are video games? Immersive video games where we play Subnautica in the bathtub.
Subnautica. I think Subnautica is on my wish list. Maybe, I'm not sure. It should be. Fortnite. Ninja. There is some time that I do not see nothing about Ninja.
Video games. Video games. Now that's something we could talk about all day, huh? Many kudos. I'm actually prepared a speech.
Okay. Can we play some epic music under this?
What I'm doing right now is trying to do the achievements of Hollow X Break, and off stream doing Hollow Parade because it's too much repetitive, so I did not want to do on stream. And on stream Vampire Survivors too. But I have a long list of games that I pushed to play on stream, so after I finish the ones that are doing now, there is new ones.
Some love them, some hate them, but they're here to stay. From the smallest pixel
to the super widest monitor. From as
Let me see if I can refresh this thing. I want to refresh this thing. Can't refresh. What the hell? Okay.
We're off to Borderland 2.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
We should learn to relate to the younger audience, right?
Relates to the
Because
younger
I've never
audience.
actually played Fortnite before. So I'm thinking like... Because I've never actually played...
You never played. I played 2 times. Because some friends of mine wanted me to be part of the team. The same motive that I have ever played League of Legends too. Just because someone wanted me to play together.
Fortnite.
I was a Dota 2 player. I started playing Dota 1 when I was a kid, and I was good at it. I was good. I even participated of some championships, local championships, nothing big, but local championships in LAN houses. So imagine you playing Dota 1 in a championship in a LAN house, in a net cafe, and a 6-7-year-old playing in the enemy team kills you and starts screaming on your face. What the fuck? Good times.
So I'm thinking like best.
I would play Dota 1, CS 1.6 with the boys, and Lineage 2. There were so many MMOs that I played at the time. It was Lineage 2, Ragnarok, Cabal. Let me see if there is more at the time. There is probably another one that I don't remember right now. And later I played Terra. Oh man, I loved Terra so much. Okay.
Fortnite, and
we'll just take it from there.
Shorts. Here's some Fortnite tips, fellas.
Oh, I've actually got my notepad here. Hold on.
Yes. Okay.
Now they have a no construction. They have a no construction type of game in the Fortnite, right? That's better. I never liked the construction thing.
School is in session, so
Tips you need to know.
It's one of the things that made me not play the game. I did not like the construction.
Important.
Oh, okay. The last one's. Well, can we just skip to the last one?
Yes, let's skip.
Tip number 5. Dropping a crown to Peely stops the Peely Patrol from coming for you.
Okay, interesting.
What's Peely or the
Peely? Big banana.
This is the best clip of Booga's Fortnite career.
Who?
This is the best clip of Booga's Fortnite career.
Who?
To be fair, compared to us, he's probably several orders of magnitude more popular, like it's interesting place and smelling, fun at parts and...
This is the best clip. This is the best clip of Booga's Fortnite career. This is the best clip of Booga's Fortnite career.
What's happening?
This is the best clip of Booga's Fortnite
Wait,
career.
how? Have you broken it?
I don't
know.
We have to refresh the page.
Best clip of Booga's Fortnite career. This is the best.
Damn, Booga's had a very expensive career.
He just keeps topping himself.
He just keeps.
Is that Booga?
What the fuck?
What a beautiful glitch. That's so funny. You've broken YouTube Shorts somehow.
I don't think it's broken. I think people are just using
Sometimes
the
this
audio or
happen.
something.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of looking at Fortnite, honestly.
Okay, this is the greatest.
This is the greatest clip in Fortnite history.
Okay, let's go.
Good.
Let's
His
see.
teammate rushes to kill him, but he doesn't know he's fighting Tyler Ninja Blevins.
Tyler Ninja
I'm so sorry. You can't make Ninja hard. You can't.
Tough.
He turned the corner into the dark alley, but he didn't know. They're waiting for him.
Cool anime music.
I always
stuff.
remember that New Year's video of Ninja Bros. trying to make people dance.
Playing as fucking Tyler Ninja Blumpkins.
See, the thing is, he had his rise, and then it became kind of cool to shit on Ninja. I reckon it's starting to curve back around now. Now that he's much less popular, I'm starting to think he's kind of good.
I think he voluntarily stepped away. I think he was like,
Yeah,
I could keep
he
playing
signed-
Fortnite and make $1
he signed
billion,
the,
but I already have $1 billion.
contract.
So
Like, okay, he agreed to go to that New Year's festival.
Bro, this
was
video.
I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my god.
Bro,
They put him there.
Why they did this to this guy? Oh my god.
Yeah, too. Like, I could imagine very easily someone go, come on, okay, so we've organized a New Year's festival for you. You've done what? Well, you know, hey, look, we're your management company. We're going to sort you out. We're going to put you in front of a brand new audience. You're going to love it.
Okay.
What do I do? Am I playing Fortnite? No, you're going to do the Fortnite dance.
I feel like he just improv that. I almost feel like they just brought him out just to be like, he's here.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Look at this
And
thing.
then he was like, I have to do something. It was Times Square, wasn't it? Wasn't it the fucking
Yeah,
like
it
Millennium
was.
Ball thing in Times Square? Like, it was like the most all eyes on me New Year's moment you could have.
Do you know what I would have done? Fake a heart attack and then drop down. Once you're out of line of sight, then you just start kind of
Just
crawling
go
away.
away.
And people are like, what happened to him? What happened to him?
Something that becomes mysterious instead of sad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me just say another thing that like I've piled on to. But here's one thing that's totally unfair. Remember this tweet?
I don't know. You don't even have to show me. I know exactly which one.
What's
Ninja
tweeted?
tweeted, I'm in the
I'm in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich not asked for with chips, and I get a double kill bot lane. So, oh my god.
middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips, as I get a double kill bot lane. So how's your day?
Why did he tweet that? What the fuck?
Going, and then
it's going through your mind when you
you
put some
of a guy drinking a tiny coffee. I'm kind of angry you brought that up.
Okay, well, that was lame because he was in his 20s.
He would have been like
it's kind of-
29.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's
Maybe
get through
30.
the point. But if I saw a guy in his 50s make that tweet, I would go, yeah, good on you.
I would, but only because I have a real soft spot for old people who play video games. Is it the braless wife part?
There was a old woman that would. I think I was subscribed to her channel. I forgot the name now. I think she stopped making videos. She would make videos playing games and talk about Final Fantasy and the things that she loved. It was a very nice channel.
What is it about that specifically that makes it so bad?
I think the bit that makes it bad is with chips.
I agree.
With
That was a
chips?
bit of a stumble. Like he almost cooked with the not asked for, and he's like, oh wait, yeah, no, I got to remind them about the chips too.
And the chips.
And let's not forget.
As you can see
Bro.
here, a sandwich not asked for.
Sandwich not asked for. That's the new baby shoes never worn. Sandwich not asked for. Because baby shoes never worn is meant to be the saddest like story you can say in the fewest amount of words. This is the opposite. This is the best story you can describe.
Yeah, it's even fewer words. Sandwich, comma, not asked. That's it.
Chips.
You know what? He's a genius.
Well, I think the worst thing is, that would fucking rule.
It's true.
Can you imagine that?
It's
You're
true.
crushing
You're
it
also
in
worth
like
like
your
$100 million.
You're worth $100 billion. You're playing like one of your favorite games. Your wife comes over with her fucking knockers like at eye level and hands you a sandwich and chips that you weren't even expecting. Just as you win the game, you'd be like, "Hell yeah!"
Now, okay. Now that he's talking about it and put in perspective, what the fuck? In perspective, it would be nice. That's true. You would feel like a fucking winner.
Wait a minute. Is this guy just like living the dream and we've just got a thin veil of irony disguising envy?
No, absolutely not. No, can't be that.
Fixing video games. Stuff. Ooh.
How do we fix some games? Welcome to the Game
Doctors.
Doctors.
I saw the videos about it, bro.
PhD, MD.
Yeah, and it's like a reality show where you and me are both wearing like long coats. We've got clipboards and it's kind of like you and me back to back with our arms crossed, smiling to the camera.
Yep.
The Game Doctors. What games can we fix?
Editor, what game can we fix? Does it say Metroid Prime?
Metroid?
Or like one of those.
Hey, you can't fix that game.
How about this? Metroid Prime. We gender swap.
What is this?
Shameless. We make her a woman.
Shit. Otherwise,
how do we fix
Starfield? Doctor, give me the game scalpel. How do we fix Starfield in 3 words or more?
Just one planet.
Yes. With like biomes? Remember biomes?
Yep, that's the one. We need to get rid of all of these kind of like sexless characters and just make them nice to look at.
Yeah.
Know?
I've been saying
aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. A good design, a good character with at least a nice personality, I guess. It makes all the difference.
Yep. They must look at the mods and go like, most popular. Oh. We will not do that. You know what we should do to fix Starfield? Let's just have Shadowheart there.
She should just be in every game.
Shadowheart.
Yeah, she should just be there because she's pretty lady.
That's true.
And then she says
in every game we'll have a goth girl. A goth elf girl. Oh
Doctor,
shit.
give me
what the fuck is that? Hawk-Tua.
50 cc's or whatever this is. So we fixed that. I like the idea of maybe more menus.
Yep, doesn't have enough.
Yeah, you're in your inventory, but it's like if we could have like sub-menus inside the inventory.
Portal, everyone knows that game's a bit of a stinker.
Never played.
Doesn't hold up.
Yep.
Now when you play Portal, there's going to be
There's a bunch of games
Portal.
that are famous and a bunch of people played that I never played because I was stuck playing Dota 2 all the time. But it's kind of good because now I can play on stream a bunch of games. Yeah.
So you shoot opens up to a Wendy's.
Oh, that's quite good. What I'd do is I'd put one portal in front of me and then one portal behind me, and then I could just then like shoot myself in the back of the head.
You could, if you did it close enough, you could also us.
Interesting.
The Game Doctors.
The Game
Subnordic.
Doctors.
How we fix it.
I've never played it.
I'm thinking nude mobs.
I never played it. Too.
Okay, what if you could fuck all the fish in some
Bro.
and each one has realistic, detailed.
Each fish is a anime girl fish. Tudo the game tá fucking hentai.
POV fish physics.
Bro.
I don't want to be crass, but there was a story in the news recently about someone in Australia. A man
allegedly behind viral Tastrot video. Did he fuck the fish? What the fuck did this guy do?
and his wife, who were brought up on charges for that very thing.
Oh my god.
Now it's not
bestiality.
I believe it was a trout.
I try to imagine what goes to the mind of someone to do that, but I guess it's better not to try to imagine that, right?
And in Subnautica, they're just like floating around. They're trying to press E on them.
How did that information get out?
Well, they videotaped it and then they put it online.
Bro,
check out this Subnautica mod. I just made it. And then, what the heck? This is just an MP4.
The game
doctor. Who's the next patient?
I've got my scalpel. I've got my gun. I'm ready.
What do we do about Assassin's Creed? It's shit now, right? Once it was good. Now it is no longer. I'm thinking, instead of getting rid of Yasuke, we lean into it.
There is one true Afro Samurai, and this is the one for the anime. I really like. He has a game too, I think. I saw Tema play it some other time, but I'm not sure about it. But that is the true Afro Samurai. I forgot his name. Do he has a name? I don't remember.
There's
some time that African. I didn't watch.
And then instead we have like one Japanese guy as the main character.
As the villain.
And then, oh man, help me out here.
No, I'm not digging. This is your hole. It needs 50 cc's of microtransactions. Stat.
Yes.
Everything costs real money.
Everything costs real money, correct. And like a cool animation when you put in your credit card number. You're loving it, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best game I've ever played.
Okay, back to Ubisoft though. A controversial opinion. I thought Yasuke was a cool idea, but Ubisoft is very, very, very clearly doing it to pander.
The
idea of like a black samurai, though. I mean, that's an anime.
Yeah, the idea is good because we had an anime about it. He had games about it. So the idea is something that you can get behind. And normally people like this anime. I liked it when I watched it. But this Yasuke, man, it could be made so much better if they really cared about what they wanted to do and not just wanted to pander to people, you know?
For a samurai.
You got a RPG? RPG in a
It's a cool concept, and he's a real dude.
They should do it, but they should just have it set back in Africa. And so everyone in Africa is just really confused, like, what's the outfit? And he's
what the fuck?
Do not worry about it.
That is a cool idea. If you like went to Japan and then you like came back. That's what Neo is as well. That was also just a real guy.
How about this? We could make it more inclusive. So what about like an assassin in a wheel?
And making him...
Making
him gay?
I'm thinking we need to go to like maybe the Mongolian steppes because they've got like nice rolling hills.
Well, you could get a real better.
No, a Mongolian Assassin's Creed made in the way that the old good games of Assassin's Creed were made would be nice. I have to play the Assassin's Creed game because I didn't have the money to play. I would just watch gameplays on the YouTube. So when I say that it's good, it's just by what I watched, not by what I played. So I guess I have to play it, and I don't remember the story right because it's been some time.
Yeah, once you start rolling, you kind of can't stop, right? So there's Genghis Khan. He's down the bottom of the bank, and you are just building up momentum. You look left and right, you can see the vistas. Oh my god. You've got a wrist blade on each side. And then Genghis, he sees you in the distance. He's on his horse. And it starts charging towards you now. Ching, 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 ching.
That does sound fun.
All right, maybe it's Assassin's Creed, right? But it's only the parkour part.
You have to jump between different Minecraft blocks.
A 3-block vertical jump? It can't be done, Ezio.
Have you actually watched Parkour Civilization?
I never watched
the
it.
entire thing.
What the
That's
fuck?
not fair.
It's 1 hour and 54 minutes. Bro.
It's really well paced. Once you get over the first 5 minutes where it is saying parkour pro and parkour noob constantly.
Parkour noobs, parkour civilization, parkour noob, parkour pro, parkour civilization, parkour pro, parkour noob.
It's kind of a masterpiece. It's one of the better movies I have seen this year. Like, legitimately. I remember got the sequel on my watch later, and I just haven't found time for it yet.
There's an earnestness to it that I really appreciate. It is very well paced. Good stakes.
If there actually was a ticket event today, I would need to go for the beef.
And you're just like, shit,
yeah.
Don't let it happen, man. You gotta make this jump. You gotta... Oh, fuck, he got the beef.
It's fun. Shout out to that guy. I was watching it on the plane, and I was like, God, everyone around me must think this guy's got such good taste. There is a lot of Assassin's Creed leap of faith in Parkour Civilization when you think about it.
Yeah.
They just need to use the hawk jumping sound.
The bucket water truck.
The hawk tour jumping sound effect instead of the vine boom.
We are very hip, Mr. Kudos. We like the latest memes. We like Ugandan knuckles.
That's something people famously do.
Bro, this one was
we are on the latest
This
trend.
one was big.
I know.
It's one of the things that made the VR chat be more known. I remember at the time a bunch of people made videos about it. There's a guy that let's see if I can remember his name, that I remember watching him and really liking. It's a guy that makes music. He uses one of those things that you make a sound and then you press the button and it repeats the sound, and so if you can beatbox, you can make a whole music by yourself. And he plays a bunch of instruments too. I remember watching videos that he made in this world on VR chat on the Uganda Knuckles world. I remember finding them very funny. I can't remember his name. Mr. Wobbles. Mr. Wobbles. That's his name. I remember now. It was very nice.
Lee? Hawk Tour?
We're on the cutting edge.
This one is awful.
So we should say that some more.
We can ADR that in...
Didn't she made a rug pull on people? Who's the motherfucker that's gonna invest on a coin with... Okay.
Give you some clean hawk tours and you can just sort of sprinkle those in like cloves on a ham. Hawk tour! Hawk tour!
Yes.
Spit on that thing. Hawk tour! There you go. Put those wherever you want.
It's really funny.
Has someone done Goku charging up an attack by saying like every syllable in Hawk Tour?
Bro. What the fuck is this idea?
I think we've kind of cracked it.
Yeah, we fixed Ubisoft.
We fixed that one. That's the Game Doctors.
I can't remember what we
they
actually
were
fixed.
talking about.
You have to pay more for the game. I think was the takeaway from that.
Ad time.
We
tried to do neutral news, Sandra.
Yeah. Ground.
It didn't work.
No.
We tried to do misinfo policing, Sandra.
Yes.
It didn't work. Ground news proposes a better way. We live with the bias, but we just let everybody see all the sources and everything, and you can see how many news publications are reporting on any particular story.
The right.
Oh, stay in the bubble.
Breaking news, Sandra. Sightings of drones are causing a pandemonium in
I remember
downtown
that.
New Jersey. Some are calling it the end of the world.
Chinese attack.
Let's check it out on ground.news and see what the rest of the media is reporting on it.
No, just take my word for it.
29 left-leaning organizations say that...
Say what, Sandra? That the aliens should get free college?
But 43 right-wing organizations also reported on the drones.
Reporting what, Sandra? That I should wait until marriage?
You'll just have to make up your own mind. With Ground News.
I think that's a good
so go to ground
product.
/incognito
if you want to
get
see the other side,
subscription.
If you want to see the other sides of news, and without bias, I guess.
Sandra, do you ever just doom scroll on your phone?
All the time.
Yes, everything is bad and getting worse.
Well, Ground News has a whole bunch of positive stories, and I have that as my homepage, and then I live in a world of bliss. It's very nice. Look, Sandra, HIV is down 22%.
Oh my god,
oh, everything is bad.
What's that, Ground News? You say they found the guy who shot Kurt Cobain?
We live in the most comfortable time of how our humanity. We just need to get a little better, find some meaning to do things. I think that's the problem with people. They don't have too much of a meaning anymore.
Told you! No way!
Winning!
All this free stuff is great, but I really should get the Vantage plan, right, incognito mode?
Absolutely. It has all sorts of neat features, including my favorite, the bias tracker. So you can see where your own blind spots are.
No, you're the only sane one. Everyone else is an extremist.
Everyone likes reading stats about themselves. Oh, I'm a... what? I only read... what? Uh-oh. So go to ground.news/incognito to get a year's subscription, full access to everything, including the bias tracker, all for half price. Yes! Ad over.
Baldur's Gate. I have to play through.
Did you want to tell the fine folks
I will
here
probably play from the first game to the last, but it seems like a type of game that it takes a bunch of time, so yeah.
You managed to convince every one of your party members in Baldur's Gate 3 to desert you for your repulsive personality?
Oh, yeah. It just seems like we all can't get along, and I don't know what I did. It's not, but the game is rigged.
I never had this.
Alright, so there I was. I was playing Baldur's Gate, and I was loving it, and we were all having a good time, but I thought everyone was getting along. However, I had... who's the pretty lady?
Shadowheart?
Shadowheart, and the frog lady.
Lae'zel.
The frog lady.
Together. Now, they both weren't happy with each other.
Walk away now.
Why?
Yeah. So I thought, okay, naturally, Shadowheart's like pretty lady, other one frog lady, not so keen. So Shadowheart, I will facilitate her killing Lae'zel.
Okay.
Right? That makes perfect sense. So we do that.
One less party member.
Everyone's loving it, and the camp is slightly smaller, but everyone's loving it.
So Lae'zel died, who, by the way, ends up becoming one of the coolest characters if you follow her arc through.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Okay. Did you even try and resolve the conflict with words first? Or did
No, why would I? Frog lady's scary.
Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh.
What the fuck is this? It's probably the Sound of Bow.
I was a man in this game, and I felt like, oh, I don't know, she could probably kind of beat me up.
You have a very outdated view of fantasy gender roles.
Well, you know, it's my roleplay too.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you killed Lae'zel. You got Lae'zel murdered.
Everyone agreed with it. Everybody. Piper liked that.
Who the fuck is Piper?
From Fallout 4.
Oh, sure.
And then I went over to... who's that magician guy?
Gale?
So I went over to Gale, and he's like...
I need a magical artifact to consume.
Oh, okay. I looked through my stuff and was like, there's nothing really want to sacrifice. I guess I could sacrifice one thing. I certainly don't want him turning on me. Okay, so I gave him one thing, and then he's like...
That hit the spot.
But then, 5 minutes later, he goes, another please.
What the hell?
And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. So I said no, and he goes,
I understand that I am asking for
motherfuckers make sound.
A lot,
but I've got my reasons, diddle-a-diddle-a-doo. I was like, alright, fine, I'll go to the shop. So I went to the shop, and I bought a new, like, rare item. And I was like, right, this will do it. I'll give it to him, it's magical. He'll shut up. And then I go over to him.
Ah, glad you've a moment for me.
I was like, here's the magical item. And it wouldn't let me transfer it. Like, it didn't count it as one, like, rare enough, I guess.
Did you just try and put it in his inventory? You have to, like, talk to him.
Some things you buy from the vendor just don't do the thing.
The item says whether Gale can absorb it or not. Okay.
Mostly things you find in the environment.
Yeah, right.
So I've talked to him now like 3 times.
Seems like a hassle to have to gather equipment just so this guy can eat them.
Saying,
absorb
here's
them.
an item. Lamau, Charlie Brown footballed him. He goes,
we've reached the point of no return.
That's it, I'm leaving the party.
We're not compatible, you and I.
What the
It
fuck?
hasn't been a pleasure.
And then he was gone, and suddenly was like, oh, I'm
one
down
last guy.
Okay.
Just real quick, how far through the game was that?
Couple hours.
Couple hours. I won't fully throw you under the bus for that if it was kind of early on. Pretty much in every game, you just find, like, early on, there's a few real dog shit amulets and rings that give you, like, a spell like Dancing Lights, which just summons some lights. It's like, who fucking gives a shit? So every time I've played, I've just given him that trash. Spoilers, I'm pretty sure if you'd just given him that second item somehow or sacrifice one of yours, that's the last one he asks for.
My lord, I bow to your boundless kindness.
It seemed never-ending to me. I thought, oh, bloody hell, this is just a tax I have to pay now for keeping a wizard in. And I'm already a wizard. I don't need two.
That makes a bit more sense. If you were also a wizard, I would not be as enthused about keeping the other wizard around. Fair enough, fair enough.
But I had Shadowheart, I had Astarion, and I had Karlach.
I'm surprised you didn't just kill Karlach on sight, given your track record.
Well, I didn't like how tall she was. And then I can't remember everyone else. I didn't like, who's that, Wilson?
And suffer its sting.
Will,
yeah. I didn't like him because he came in and he seemed too goody two-shoes. I think I told him to leave. Or I had just attacked him. I can't remember. And then we were having a gay old time, I'll venture to say. And then they asked me, you know, hey, do you want to join the light side or the dark side? And I was like, I want to join the light side. And then Shadowheart's like,
you're making me regret my decision to join you.
I'm leaving.
This is where we part ways.
And then I went, no, hold on, stay. And then I couldn't roll high enough to convince her to stay.
And one more
and then suddenly I only had 2 members in my party.
Wasn't meant to be.
And so then I went over to the guy and he's like, yes, hello, I'm a spooky skeleton man. I've got these hirelings, they don't have a soul.
I might summon the worthiest among them.
And so they're like unvoiced characters.
Yeah.
So I had 2 voiced characters and one nothing guy that I'll never fall in love with this one. So it was, I just stopped playing.
That's very funny. That's very, very funny. I can't relate.
I did. What, did you keep everyone?
Yep.
Did you have a big band of like 20 people?
Yep. My camp was fucking annoying by the end of it. There was so many people I had to talk to.
This is a shitty fucking game.
Do you like any games?
I tell you what, I used to like video games. Kudos.
And then they started putting women in them. Ooh. And I was like, no.
They all
it's ruined.
Woke, Mr. Kudos. I remember back in the day where they used to say male or female. Now they say body type 1 or body type 2. They used to say like blonde, ponytail. Now they say hair 1, hair 2.
I would point out, not in Baldur's Gate though, they have very colourful hair descriptors. They do have the body type thing though.
I liked it when they still described the genitals, but then put a numerical identifier afterwards. So when they would call it like penis 1 and penis 2. I thought that's quite funny. That's quite good.
I think I was usually a penis B guy from memory in Baldur's Gate. I think I was a cock B guy. Can't remember. Someone blow up my mentions with penis 2 from Baldur's Gate so I can remember whether that's the one I picked or not.
Yeah, so if you've got any
opinions on which penis type
just send them ats. Sends ats to many kudos.
Oh yeah.
With
please.
all the different
and make sure to CC
types.
Internet historian in as well.
No, there's no need. I'm looking at it right now. So I
can see your screen right now, and you're just watching anime.
Inspiration point.
Okay, I think we should end this with a speech.
Ooh, let's go.
Games.
Games.
If I was to make a recipe for games,
okay,
I'd go a cup of love, a dash of inspiration.
Yep.
More than a handful of hard work.
Yep. A sprinkling of good graphics.
Oh, that's beautiful, Mr. Kudos.
6 kilograms worth of engaging gameplay.
Try to stay imperial. The metric system really confuses the Americans.
2 stones worth of fun, of course. And of course, I'm reminded of one of the greats.
Yep.
Tyler Ninja Blevins.
Yes. What would he say if he was still alive right now?
Please put a vibrato behind this. Make me echo.
Yes.
Sandwich not asked for with chips. And I think that just sums it up. If there's one thing that brings everyone together,
yes,
it's that every game has to be installed.
True words.
Unless it's a Nintendo 64 or Yeah, the cartridge based.
PlayStation 1 also didn't require that.
PlayStation 2.
But everything from about PS3 onwards required installation.
That's right.
And let's be honest, no one's playing old games.
Well, the graphics are grody.
And the graphics make a game. Bad graphics equals a bad game. Good graphics is a good game. But
I'm reminded of the words of Lana Del Rey.
In her hit track video games.
In Magic the Gathering, what are they gathering?
That was what you were planning around this hour with? That was what you cooked up?
Yeah. Do you really have to catch 'em all?
Or could you leave a few of them just to hang out?
Pokemon game.
At what point do they stop crafting the war and it's just there?
I think we've got it. Yeah. Who the fuck is Sid Meier?
Sid Meier? Ah, the guy from
Spit on that thing.
Civilization. Okay, and it's the end. If you liked this video, please give a like, comment something, and subscribe. Bye bye. Okay, I stopped the recording. Now let me name the video. This one here. Video games incognito mode react. Okay. Now the next one. But before I start,
this video,
I will use the bathroom and drink some water. But first, let me see. Oh, I have to open the studio to see how it's going. See if YouTube Studio. Okay. Let me get some water and be a little. I came back in 5 minutes. Okay. Let me reset it position. Let me see how it's going here in the side. Look, everything is alright. Okay. I have watched it. Let me first. I will first start the recording. Okay. Hello, hello. The link to the video is on the description. If you can, open a new tab and let's play muted to give the original creator his views and give a like. Would be very nice. If you like my video, please give a like, comment something, and subscribe. I have watched the Act 1 from this from Maxo. It's on the channel if you're interested. The Act 1 of Incorrect Summary of Ultra Kill. I think I have if I remember correctly, this game is on my wish list. So yeah.
It was really normal, I swear.
Let's go. This video has a lot of flashlights. I promise the actual gameplay is after this. Please watch reasonably. Oh yeah, the guy started he calls to voice act.
Purged all life on the upper layers, and yet they remain unsatiated. As to you, you've taken everything from the machine, and now all that remains is perfect hatred.
Ooh.
I am trying to have the moment.
Hey there everyone, it's me, your favorite true crime content creator, back again with a new crazy prank. I'm gonna keep this one brief since this video is Ultra Kill. If you haven't played it, that's great, watch my videos. I think it's the best game ever made. You know, most games nowadays kind of look like... It's so beautiful, I have to roll the gotcha. Ultra Kill doesn't do that. Instead you get fucking insane developers.
It seems like it's a fun... It seems like it's a fun ride. What the heck is this?
The Fumo destroys the Earth. It's definitely an experience. Do you look up on the pyramids and think that would be a crazy slide? Do you feel bad about missing out on the Titanic? Or are you a simple man who wants to fish peacefully?
I like the giant bosses. In the first video, there is that giant boss. From what he showed, I found it very nice.
I guess this game counts, and I'm going to spread misinformation about it. You know, I think there's a reason this takes place in hell, but I can't exactly put my finger on it. My goofy ass actually bought this like, yeah, I'm ready for some normal games.
This pose. Flashing lights. And he said there is a bunch of YouTubers voice acting. Mankind is dead. Lore is full.
Welcome back to Act 1. I'm starting this review with time travel. Basically, I was browsing the internet a few seconds ago when I happened upon arcane information.
Holy shit.
You know, after I changed the wiki page. As it turns out, King Minos is not
oh
a
yeah,
man. I think it's a bad
the
idea to spend
giant
your entire
guy.
city budget on bisexual lighting. This presents a problem for us because well, I can't really ask him to pay. So if I can't charge his body,
go inside him.
I'm going to charge his soul. Nobody escapes the wrath of the IRS. That is where this level comes in, or rather, all of them. This door represents every level, and if you don't complete them perfectly, then it doesn't open. Trust me, I tried to no-clip and was cast into the void. That means no mistakes, no time, no checkpoints. We're using the video game alphabet, and because every copy of this game is personalized, we've got a lot of levels to beat. I'm sure this is exactly what Hikita wanted. It was me, Barry. I'm the one who posted the Mai emoji. This level has this cool speedrun strat called soap. Better watch out, Genshin players.
I thought it would be obvious.
Please, anything but this. It's making my synapses look like a rave.
Well,
I'm going to abbreviate.
It's a bunch of shit on the screen. Cyberpunk.
Break the leaves up, samurai.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I do not have any issues.
No shit, it's this guy again.
I do not have that issues.
Hey, can you make change for this?
How can this be?
Shut up.
I need some fucking coffee.
This was done with it. I
to watch this fucking video.
Assassin. So the next level starts and it's in Japan. There's this secret boss named Hatsune Miku. Then we open her up like a can of sardines. No, actually, it's a spinal staircase. They call it the spine vine.
It's the okay.
What on God's green?
What the heck?
This music's time signature is fucked. Welcome to HP Minecraft. The fucker's using creative mode. This boss is here to teach your limbs how to file restraining orders. And to do that, he's got a lot of shit to dodge. I like to call it Touhou's Bizarre Adventure. Now, his attacks might not seem that bad until you have to dodge all of them at once. I don't know what those things are doing, but it's worse. So on top of summoning 9 billion eyeballs, the fucker uses them to heal. Oh my god, he's fucking doing it. No. I hope you're a good shot, because I'm certainly not.
Flash Prism?
We need to target the healthcare system. Just like Ronald Reagan, preferably using heavy ordnance. This guy's looking like a square. I really wasn't expecting to fight the Kaaba today. Oh my fucking god, I'm speedrunning a manga. Looking like a square.
This is the big
to fight the Kaaba today. Oh my fucking god, I'm speedrunning a migraine. I almost forgot
is that the name?
Flesh
I did not know the name.
Unless I'm reading a certain something. I'm really into this game for the good story. So his attacks are plentiful, but thankfully we can overcome this boss by using a cool new secret called Trial and Error. Tell your friends about it. And
what the fuck is that?
We can overcome this boss by using a cool new secret called Trial and Error. Tell your friends about it. And although this basic geometry
like I being holding like a baby,
definitely prepped us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be introducing his skull to the concept of a circle.
I really like how this big boss is on this game looks. I'll probably play on stream.
Free at last.
Hey, I'm here for
second
the
phase.
outstanding balance.
I spent all of it on perks.
What?
My blood is a controlled substance in 39 states.
Excuse me?
I have personally killed 12 trillion people.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, on the fucking contrary.
Holy shit, what the fuck? This edit.
I maxed out 9
bro, their job to do this. They work.
Hey guys, Maxor here, back from the secret government beef lines. I was trying to the airport jungle juice, and today we're going to be fighting the only boss entirely accessible in Gary's mod. This was a deliberate choice by the publishers to include DLC. Isn't nature just domestic? Minos Prime is not an easy boss. You're going to be quite familiar with all of his attacks, because he will not stop screaming.
See, like he's meditating. He's meditating in the middle of the fight.
The end is now. I will have order. These attacks will bookend your obituary, and they will do it really fucking fast. And yes, that is why the video looks bad. This game is no longer a first-person shooter. It's Millennia, Blade of Michelin.
You know how to parry, don't you?
Maybe.
Time to learn.
This is the first boss ever designed to be fought in your peripheral vision. I played this at Grandpa's funeral, and he started beating the shit out of the toaster. P-ranking the game was not a test. It was a warning. So if I were to give advice, it would be to listen. This little shit is hard, and you're going to die a little bit.
You needed to learn how to play.
A single move that you can't counter. Not to mention, he announces them quite loudly. Jesus Christ. So if he seems difficult, that is a skill issue. One that makes your camera look like it's a washing machine. Ultimately, Minos is a noble soul, and he's going to give you a noble death. What you do in between is up to you. But if there was a crime I was willing to forgive, it would definitely be public embezzlement. In fact, it isn't a crime at all. It's an obligation. So how's about I help him with his investments? Murder is an obligation too.
Forgive me, my people, for I have failed you. Creature of steel, you have shown me the error of my ways.
What, really?
Of course not. You can pry my prescription from my cold dead hands, bitch.
What the fuck? Bro. My eyes.
Well, that was normal. Almost as normal as his,
Ooh, Watame!
And all it took was, a few tries.
Watame loves.
Hey guys, welcome back to Egypt. We're here to find fucking Dio. This level represents a great increase in heat, since apparently the sun exists. This is news to me. We're here with the Stardust Crusaders to uncover the secret past of the Bass Pro Shop's pyramid. And one of those secrets looks kind of, what does it do?
It's an angel.
I want to introduce you to my favorite enemy, the Light of Allah. Your location is around
Light of Allah.
So is theirs. No matter where you are, no matter...
The Light of... No, I think Gabriel... What does Gabriel means exactly? I don't remember right now. I knew what the Gabriel. I knew the meaning, but I forgot.
What you're doing, it will find you, and it will give you Discord light theme. Oh my god, it's a sex offender summoning circle. Do not
what the fuck?
tell Twitter. Hang on a second. I think this is... Holy shit it is.
Nice.
This is the best game ever made. I fucking love Coinstar.
Holy shit. How much time
I'm going to teach you motherfuckers a Smith & Lesson. This is just like my favorite movie, Bible Shrek. Ramses, let my people in. No, it can't be. The British are real. The game wants you to make a bridge, so just do a slam storage long jump. If you do it wrong, you'll ascend to heaven. Wait, so what happens if I pick up two of them? Oh, I'm not sure if it works like that. Nobody helps me do the dishes in this fucking house. So that means if I get another one, then... Yep. Jesus Christ, I can't hear anything. So we finish playing Squidward mode, and instead move on to more enriching activities, such as... Hurricane Siren. Fuck, I need that to sleep. This boss just has a rock.
Sisyphean Insurrectionist.
And apparently a flexible schedule. This Rust server fucking sucks.
It's a
His main attacks are jumping and beating you with a rock. You know, like a monkey. Me when I see an ableist online, I am a canist. So this fight is weird, but don't worry, he doesn't have to stay there. You might be able to run away. Temporarily.
What the?
So, jump height scales with distance. Oh god. He's coming. My brother in Christ, this is the spawn. Jesus, that's the actual noise it's making. Oh god, there's a Palestinian in the elevator. This seems normal to me. I think he's gone.
Oh, machine. Are you high?
What? So yeah, it's a pretty cool boss, I guess. I love playing 5 evenings at Friedrich's. Hey guys, Maxor here, and in this video, we're going to be trapped under the Denver airport. They didn't turn on the lights. So this is the dark level. You can tell because of the gameplay. This seems a little familiar. I am fucking lost. These encounters are very spooky because you literally don't know what's in the room with you. It could be anything. It could be anyone. Hey guys, Mr. Beast here, and today I've hidden $40,000 inside your skin. The first one is Hair It Off Wings. My favorite moment is when we enter Ramsey's nuclear reactor. I love playing inside the seizure room. It's the best. Heading backwards into the... Adrenochrome harvesting. We come upon something that chilled me to the bone. The crypt of dead YouTubers. We've got Vine Sauce, Markiplier, other people. And one day, my channel will join them. 6 feet under.
Who the fuck is knocking on my tomb? Do you know what time it is?
Is that Mandalore? That's right, this isn't a cameo. Mandalore is yet to answer my emails. The devs put a YouTuber in the game as a boss, and they gave this isn't a
knocking on my tomb. Do you know what time it is?
Is that Mandalore?
I just watched a video of him, the limbo video. It was very nice. I liked it. There was a music in the end.
That's right, this isn't a cameo. Mandalore is yet to answer my emails. The devs put a YouTuber in the game as a boss, and they gave him a total of 2 attacks, full auto and fuller auto. Only real Mandalore heads with this one. But despite all of that, this is actually very fun. It feels as janky as it sounds, and I'm all for it. Plus, it's harder than like half the bosses in the game.
Now we lost the fight. Fantastic.
Oh god, they coded the game that way. This is just the best shit ever made. So, welcome everyone to Tennessee. We've got t-shirts, men's apparel, general hunting, camping, marine center, bass pro shops. That's my way of saying we're in a pyramid. It's just, something feels a little bit off about this place. Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Hello, brother.
No, fuck.
I believe you have something of mine. Something very important.
Can you please speak like a normal
person? You got his arm.
How's about this for a trade? I beat you into a fucking pulp, and you give me my arm back.
Ooh. The revanche.
This one will cost you an arm and brother.
Oh my god, he's literally me. We're so much alike. Welcome to the most psychotic shit in a video game. I've said it before and will say again. This fight is not made for humans. You know, like my videos.
Yeah, he has the same attacks.
Supposed to be killing each other with rocks. I quit using meth for good. Now I use it for evil. This fight is very similar to last time, except much worse. Now he moves as fast as me, if I was good at the game. But thankfully, I am not. This shit is like speedrunning carpal tunnel.
What's the matter, brother? Does your arm hurt? Because I can fix that!
It is a challenge
what
to
the
look
fuck?
direction.
Who's making his voice?
Thankfully, for those of us who can't aim, there is a solution. Oh, you motherfucker. That's right. If you aren't fast enough, he shoots your coins for you. And what's worse,
nice.
he can toss them too. Meaning half the battle is a slap fight with nickels. I came here to play a shooter, not a fucking constellation. This shit is like a cartoon battle in a dust cloud. And if that wasn't fast enough for you, don't worry. You can enrage V2 at any time by punching him with his own arm.
You motherfucker!
He loves it when you do that. Ultimately, V2 can be easy or he could be hard. Easy in that he's limited by your moveset, but hard in that he's only limited by your moveset. We've learned so much during our journey, and unfortunately, so is he. But we have grown in the one way that V2 never could, emotionally. So how's about we teach him how to cope with failure, the old-fashioned way? You get back here right this fucking
Bro is giving his life doing the voice acting. All this mage all the time he is child executed.
You thought I would skip this, didn't you?
He died?
No, I was merely waiting for nighttime. You know, like Skyrim. I'm a big fan of the horror gameplay. Come here, buddy. There
so
he
does
is.
come
Make
back
sure to walk
again.
your dog
The
every-
same?
Now I'm free to do all
The
kinds of
same
things, like
was-
gazing upon the false sun, climb the Eiffel Tower.
But
this
another
is the
place
texture,
now?
and traffic my dog in hell. His sins are yet to be forgiven. I think it's best if we just leave him to it. Never mind. This is
What
not
the heck?
good. Hey guys,
Oh,
welcome to my
it's
new
a
original game.
platform now.
I'm finding it a bit of an adjustment.
Crash
I mean,
Bandicoot.
what do you want me to say? It's literally just Hash Brownicoot. The Wrath of God
Yeah.
is pretty new though. They even have my favorite character, Bad Depth Perception. Gee, I wonder what this section's gonna be like. Oh god, it's the funny rock again. Stop posting about the rock. I'm tired of seeing it. In the future, all humor will be randomly generated. So yeah, this part is actually really good. I haven't played something like this since Uncharted 4.
A long
hey
time.
guys, it's me, Nathan Drake, and Subway. I think it's best if we just kind of, you know, move on. The simulation is beginning to break down.
And another bit. Sometimes I look to see if
Hey guys, Max over
I
here,
am watching
back at
the
it again
video in
Chinese
2x.
lines. The children love it. It's just
Just
like
to make sure.
Minecraft. So you guys remember V2, right? I know it's been a long time. Well, he really gave us a hand. Again, this is the grappling hook, and it's really good at bypassing the entire game. It's also quite simple. You either catch the fish, or the fish catches you. It can lead to some odd results. So we head through the halls of the Jiangxi Copper Company, at which point I accidentally fell into the Uyghur disposal shaft. So, welcome to the water level. And by water, I mean fucking moon gravity. I really like how all the audio sounds like it's in the other room. In this mission, we need to locate the bodies by navigating a series of infamous cave disasters, all with gameplay indistinguishable from a flight simulator. You know, as far as water levels go,
it makes sense to
horrible.
have
it's just a little bit
water level.
Quiet. I don't like having to hear my own thoughts. Zoomers when I take away their TikTok during Grandma's funeral. Also of note in this level is the new Chris Kyle enemy, but unfortunately, that makes you the Afghani child.
I forget.
Take your time, fellas. JFK isn't going anywhere. Oh my fucking god. This is actually how they die. SCP.
What the fuck?
Where to go? I think it's time to leave. Don't touch any what? So, welcome to the next level. Florida in 2 years. The entire landscape is a highway to Disney World. So, much like the real Florida, this level design is on crack. The space is a little limited, just like the real Miami. It kind of feels like I'm fighting homeless men on stilts. We enter a completely normal cabin where there is an invincible enemy because he is an empath. We need to destroy his psychic link to progress. Trust me, guys, you don't want to face God on the astral plane. As an empath myself, I can sense when enemies die. Also integral to this level is oh no. Resurrecting the Titanic. Jack was sent to hell for his immorality. Normally, of course, you would board the ship so that this guy can kill you for not having a ticket. But if you take a second to explore, you might just find it a Hempter.
What the heck?
What? This was just the beginning. Next, we're going to be flying backwards across the map. Man, this game's movement is wacko. Naturally, of course, the next step is a sheer cliff face. And with enough explosive ordnance, we can finally reach the
place?
Fumo Demon. And it just so happens that we have the perfect sacrifice.
Ooh. And is dead.
Oh no.
Thank you. Now I shall lay waste to this world.
What have I done?
Oh, my eye.
It crashes the game. I think now's a good time to mention that this game is official bug report. It vibrates in response to damage.
The developers put out a patch on your prostate now.
Ferryman.
So we decide to board the all-expenses-paid cruise to Ohio, and that pisses off the guy with the comically large spoon. The same guy that you can pay to skip the boss fight. I'll give you 3 quarters to fuck off. As we can see, King Buck has presented a rather large spoon
because
to his
the
friend.
ferryman,
This shit is like if
in the lore, you have to give him pennies to pass the river.
Wanted ice cream, but you told him that he could only have.
I think it's Greek
no,
mythology,
this boss
if I'm not
very simple.
sure about it.
See him,
I think it's
pretty
Greek.
much just a matter of dodging his very patient attacks. It's a real shame he's a member of the Ku Klux Klan. So after 4 seconds of very adverse weather, I finally decide to kill a man the only way I know how. The fucking spaghettification.
Bro, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh my god, that's how he dies. Okay, bye. Team Rocket is blasting off again.
Ooh. What the heck is this?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Costa Concordia. I swear to God that isn't foreshadowing. Our ship is making great headway straight down. Jesus Christ, not this shit again, dude. Attention passengers, if you look to your right, you'll see the fucking kaiju. There might be some turbulence. Oh my
Another
God,
big boys.
They added a Scooby-Doo level to the game. The sweet life on deck really went downhill after season 2. So this is the wacky level. You can tell because my screen looks like clown vomit. Genuinely, what is happening? This gameplay looks like how Coke smells. Well,
I can barely understand what is happening most of the time. But I guess when you play, you more focus
just take a look at the skeleton. I bet nothing gets under his skin. What a nice
put to the
this
head?
man is. Although sometimes I wonder who's steering the ship.
There's always a blue head, blue skull.
Hey guys, Maxor here, coming at you live from Bikini Bottom. We've been trapped inside the world's biggest washing machine. Mr. Mosby has had enough of my bullshit. He's turned my entire world upside down. But here's the thing, we aren't just playing this level in Mussolini mode, but also
Mussolini
it's
mode.
complete with all your favorites from 2 minutes ago. Only this time we have to stop Andrew Ryan from making another water park. Hey Jack, would you kindly test out this golf club for me?
Rough.
That's not a good sign.
Ooh.
So, welcome back to the water level. On today's episode, visiting SpongeBob. This really is the rock bottom experience. You know, it's not the trip I asked for, but
if you have to
it's
fight
about to get a lot more fucking eventful.
in this dark, I know.
After
you
all
go
this
up.
time, I finally made it.
The Vietnam.
Ohio.
fucking awesome at it.
Welcome to the best workshop's final boss. Shamu hasn't been the same since he tried crack. Top 10 episodes of River Monsters. Number 3 will surprise you. Honey, would you still love me if I was a worm? I bet you're wondering right about now, how does the game balance such a massive fight? Well, it does not. There are 2 different ways to play this boss, and one of them is the wrong way. For instance, you could stay on the platform, dodge his attacks, shoot at him like the government shot Kennedy, and yeah, that would probably kill him. Especially if it was a headshot. Or you can do whatever the shit is. Make sure to walk your dog every day. So this works precisely how it looks. That is to say, like a really good time. Doesn't this gameplay look fun to you? From this moment onward, the ground is now optional.
The most important
and no, there is no cooldown. The only limit is how hard you can ball. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably asking yourself, how do I ride this? But not only is this a possibility, it is an optimility. How else am I going to shoot the screaming child? Just don't spend too long or you'll be sent to space. Honestly, best boss of the whole game. When I can see him, bastard changed my zip code. Is this way to play balanced? No. Is it comprehensible? Absolutely not. I'm kind of just figuring things out as I go. But it is definitely very, very fun. And usually, that is all I need. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go fishing the fun way.
Ooh, is that?
I don't think that was the fun way.
A bunch of blood.
Hey there, welcome back to Red. We've got varied environments. We've got carried environments. We've got enough dick measuring. Now it's time for the durability test. At this point, the game is absolutely done with my shit. The enemy count could be described as generous, especially when their attacks take up half the room. It's less a difficulty spike and more like a difficulty spear. It really doesn't help that the music sounds like an evil air conditioner. Oh,
a bunch of red.
I forgot this game takes place in hell. This shit looks like eye color correction.
Oh yeah, it's
can have a little hell as a treat. So we make our way through the spaghetti sauce dimension, a twisted arena that will test every skill in your arsenal. But if you're anything like me, then that isn't many of them. I think hell is having to explain my resume. Hello there. Tell me about yourself. What are your weaknesses? Does your house have any weaknesses? My weaknesses are cute girls in my DMs right now.
Machine. I know you're
Gabriel.
Here.
So do I.
I can smell the insolence.
You fight him the end again?
Blood-stained hands.
Okay, that's weird.
I await you down below. Come to me.
Oh no, it's the YouTubers, and so far away from a preschool.
Is what?
Come to me.
Oh no, it's the YouTubers, and so far away from a preschool. Oh my god, this is exactly what Akita wanted. Welcome to the, so we enter, this shit is the, okay, so we're trapped in the Mr. Beast Goon Cave. Avoiding damage here is going to be a task. This fight is as horrifying as it was last time, and that's only made worse when you add the other previous bosses. I feel like I did something to make them mad. The fuckers stole my retinas, can't have shit in heresy. Ultimately, this is a great way to show
everything exploding, everything in light.
And in movement. And trust me, this requires a lot of movement. Isn't that right, Ghost Akita? I knew I could always count on you. I call this one the 6-foot descent. Aren't you fucking dramatic? The audacity of this man.
Is this
oh shit, I almost... Wait, let me pause. I almost pissing... Let me pause the recording too. Okay, we're back. Let's go to the end.
How much more must your kind devour?
You are talking to a camera.
Do you think this is funny? Do you think it's like a joke? Because I'm not laughing.
Cope and seethe.
I fucking am. And it's not making me want to kill you less. Now, peek this sick organ solo.
Woo, let's go.
Okay. It's nice.
Machine, I will cut you down, break you apart, splay the gore of your
Let's
profane
go.
horn across the stars. I will grind you down until the very sparks cry for mercy. My hands shall relish ending you here and now.
Gabriel, the apostate of hate. Let's go.
More like the prostate of hate, am I right?
Oh man.
Welcome to the most spastic shit ever made. A man went to Bible camp for adults. Ecclesiastes 21:46. Peter, the horse is here. In our last encounter, Gabriel required a lot of patience to beat. Now he requires an act of God. This fight is patience, but faster. That means faster movement, faster attacks, faster commutes to the hospital. And I can't afford healthcare. Gone are the days of having attack windows. We're skipping straight to God.
Like that grounded me machine, and we won't read any Bible stories tonight.
This shit is more hits than I have dodges, and distance is not going to save you. We need to think about this boss really hard, because this fight is not getting easier. Basically, Gabriel has two different modes, funny mode and racist mode. Racist mode is the default, just like American police. We need to beat the bigotry out of him by carefully convincing the blood to leave his body. Free speech wins again. So after sufficient logical debate is held between two intelligent parties, Gabriel decides that enough is enough and
the
turns on the
Monke.
light. Now I can see all my mistakes in perfect detail. This is the funny mode, because Gabriel finds it pretty amusing. I, however, do not. Every attack, every toss, every bullshit sends my camera into a different atmosphere. And if you aren't
it's
ready for
one
it,
of the
that's
last
okay,
boss, so
because he is
of course it's gonna
definitely
be
ready for you. In POV, you ask for the time in London. Needless to say, this fight is wacky, but also really easy. Not for lack of trying, though, but rather because of the many lessons that our journey has given us.
Yeah.
And also the horrifying places that we have been. I'm looking at you, stash trade route. Look, what I'm trying to say is V2 makes every game easier.
It's ending?
My blood.
Almost ending. This is the last boss, I think. I thought there was going to be one more after him, but I guess this is the last.
These feelings, I need some time.
Did we fight or have sex? I miss her, bros. Gabriel, what you do now is treason.
What?
We represent the will of God.
I've had a long time to think about that,
What the heck?
And now I realize everything that I had faith in is a lie.
You let your faith be shaken by a camera.
Face it, brother. God is dead. The fire is long gone.
If you kill me, Gabriel, you'll be dead within hours.
I know.
That's the end? What the fuck? Deus Sabacher, Johnny Matragon, Yamagios. Let's go. Okay. That was it. I think I could better say anything because I never played the game. I didn't know what was happening, right? But that's it, I guess. I have this game on my wish list. I'll probably play in the future. Okay, if you liked the video, please give a like, comment something, and subscribe. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'm gonna make some thumbs and post, share the videos, I guess. I'm gonna try to post it today. or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's getting late here. I thought I could watch one more, but I guess that is it. And the recording is almost there. Okay. That's it for